I've committed all the war crimes.
Yeah, I have no idea
Oh,
what
you
kind of
didn't.
crimes you've actually committed. I just know that all of yours for like the various things they get up to have
I can make a
probably
list.
achieved them. What?
I can make a list.
When did you suddenly turn Canadian?
Okay, so then I have two things to plot with you then. Got it.
Can we sign a petition to stop the plotting?
No.
Yes, please.
No.
No, not at
I do
all.
not want to be. What?
I mean, Joseph, I'm pretty sure I can find a way for you to join in on plotting. Luke, I'm not
Yay,
too sure on.
plotting.
I'm scared.
You should.
Yay, plotting.
Yeah, and you can help me too, Joker.
Yay. I like plotting. Let's plot.
Is this? I hope this is not all plotting against me.
Debatable.
Oh my
Do you
god,
want
the silence.
I will neither confirm nor deny how much of the plotting is against you, Luke.
All I'm gonna say is yes.
No.
I will be real. I honestly have no idea how much plotting is going to be against you.
I regret my life choices.
It just depends on how much badly you guys screw yourselves
Oh,
over.
do we are? Welcome in the club. You're not special.
It thinks it has a choice.
And that's why I play D&D with y'all. This is so enjoyable and funny.
That sounds so sus. I
Yes.
love it.
But not gonna lie, we had worse.
Yeah, we've had a lot of bad things. So, anyway, where we last left off, you guys are dealing with a frog that could not speak. And unfortunately, the one that got to communicate with him has now been scanned out. So,
Yay.
what do you all do?
Wait, before he gets scanned out, can I have like tried to steal the thing off his head?
The unfortunate thing is, oh wait, yeah, you are around. Yeah,
I'm around.
I'm gonna say like, what would it be?
Would it just
Wait,
be sleight of hand?
Why did I not have? Why did I not have your sheet up?
I have it up.
Yes, I did. That's the issue.
I know.
Where is everyone?
Yeah, where am I at?
Are you guys not in the police station?
Oh wait, I'm in the top part of the map.
Yeah. Actually,
I just casually walk out the jail cell. Bye, guys.
Bye.
In.
You also catch yourself while doing it.
I would say athletics in this case, actually. Believe it or not.
Athletics?
Yeah, athletics.
Oh boy, you're making me roll a flat 20. It's not too bad. I'll take it.
Could be worse.
Wretched, quit being on fire.
I would definitely say you get close to it. I'm gonna say high or low. So-
High.
Alright. Okay, yeah, you do grab it. Just barely though.
Yeah,
Before
let's go.
it gets scanned out.
All right, good.
And I
And then I'm gonna look. I'm gonna point at the wretched here.
You're not over there.
No, he is now. His character is right there, right in front of me, right at the edge of the ocean.
I mean, technically you are still in the jail cell, sir.
Get back in jail, wretched. Get back in jail, wretched.
Fine.
Business. Find your business.
Quit being on fire.
Oh, right. Redux actually was not there. But he actually was.
In spirit.
Well, quite literally, because you were on the GM layer, like, right there. So...
Wait, you was haunting us?
Yeah, technically, because, like, he also gets scanned in and around this time as well.
So I was banished. Gotcha.
To the
Just like I
Shepard
said,
realm,
yes.
You heathen.
I pop up out of nowhere, pat myself down. I'm all like, I'm real again! Huzzah!
Take inspiration for that because that's actually
You
accurate.
just
Buddy.
see me point at Craft and say, I knew you weren't real. Be gone.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but Mr. Teeth is real. So I spend the next 10 minutes summoning him.
I would assume that Mr. Teeth is probably there too. I will be real.
Oh man, as a Spectre, I would have been really annoyed that he was real and I wasn't.
I know, right? No, he summoned you.
So stuck?
And
Mr.
because
Teeth
it will
summoned
be
you.
funny, wretched, a portal opens up underneath your character as
I just
something
looked down.
gigantic seems to pull you in to said portal.
You just see me
Oh,
look
he's
down.
finally returning to hell?
You
Yes,
just see me look, You
actually.
just see me look down. I'll be like, not this shit again. Bye, guys.
just
Anyway, anybody want to roll perception?
I would like to roll Arcana. One moment, let me get my character sheet up. Let's see.
All right, fair enough. I'll allow that.
I mean, it's a portal. I feel like that would be within my
He's
scope
slightly
of power.
demonic?
Huzzah!
Nice.
I will tell you that this does seem to be a casted via plane shift, but seemingly it's not. Whatever opened it is not able to actually come through too much.
You just see my head pop because he's a big boy.
Have
Have
do I
fun
need-
with the Balrog.
Do I have a? Is there a special talent to detect if something is friendly or not?
Insight actually.
Insight, then. Where are you? Insight.
I mean, it's dragging Wretched to hell. It must be friendly.
Okay, wait. I would say that you assume that it's not friendly. Either that or just has something very much against wretched.
Which wouldn't be surprising, to be honest with you.
So, is Wretched currently falling or being grappled, or what's happening to Wretched?
He's basically being dragged into the portal.
I'm just gone.
Yeah.
Wait, gone already? As in, I can't do anything about it, or being pulled away?
He's being pulled inside, so probably to where you would not be able to do anything.
Yeah.
At least not in the time that you would be able to actually get.
All you
to
just
him.
see is me looking bored and just getting I'm just getting dragged down.
So I can't snap off 2 Eldritch Blasts to try and free him?
He's currently in a jail cell being dragged into his a portal to hell. So
And it's like
you guys just don't know it's to hell.
plus it's my character seems to be oddly okay with this.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why I want to drag you out.
Okay, how are you gonna try to drag him out, Justin?
Like I
Oh, shit.
said before I said this, couldn't we try to drag him out with Mage Hand? I mean, we have 2 people at hand that could cast it.
Just an army of mage hands, just to tug him out. Yeah, each one might have a small amount of force, but all of them together might be able to do it.
Let me see Mage Hand real quickly.
While he's looking that up, I shout quickly what I detected from that insight and Arcana.
You're gonna shout out loud that it's a portal to hell.
I mean,
Highway to hell.
there's a few different hells. I would like to be a little more specific as to the which one.
That guy
You
went
just said you were gonna
goes
shout that
through all
information
9
out.
circuits.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, I will say it. Say you can.
Okay, cool. Obviously, Mage Hand. Who else got Mage Hand?
Here, me. That's why I suggested it.
Do I
Okay.
get a say in this?
We're
No.
gonna try and free you with Mage Hand. Mage Hand is small.
Roll strength for both of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait,
Wait, if
Does
it's a
Richard
Mage
get a
Hand,
say
shouldn't
in
that
this?
be like our spell modifier?
Yes, so you can add your spellcasting modifier to this, as in this case.
Okay, cool.
And didn't Wretched just ask if he could, like, if he had a say in this?
These two are saying no, they don't.
We just see our friend being pulled into a portal to hell, so yeah, we snap decision
Also-
to try to save you.
Also, why charisma?
Oh,
Yeah.
because Warlock is spell modifier is charisma.
Yeah, but
Oh, we're going by spell modifier, not.
Well, and also strength. I gotta roll strength.
Okay, so
Oh,
that's a
God.
6. So Crowder has a 17, and
Justin cannot even lift an hand.
Yay! I get dragged back in.
well, no, that's not. Well, let's wait for Gordon to say what he's gonna say.
Starting dishwasher.
So Justin rolled effectively a 8.
Rip.
Yeah, the creature was weak. They basically just use the mage hand to kind of just hoist Wretched out of the portal. As you see, it's some sort of skeletal dragon.
Oh, great!
I'd be like, see you
I
next
shout,
time, Bob.
it's another servant of the crabs.
A skeletal dragon, great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anybody want to roll perception?
Yeah, I'll roll.
Well,
perception.
I'm nowhere
Yeah,
near
sure.
there, so I can't. Well, I could, but I'd probably have to roll with a disadvantage. I bet.
I've determined that the skeletal dragon is made of bone.
Yes.
And I'm too blind to find her. That is.
Do you know what? You know what? I'll
And
probably have
apparently
to
I'm
roll-
also blind.
Apparently, all right.
Critical
I'll probably
fail.
I'll probably have to roll with disadvantage because I'm so far away. But
You
can I try?
cannot see it. The only one left that can roll for it would be Luke.
Oh,
Okay, what do I need to do?
I
Roll
Perception.
perception if you want to. Otherwise, you can just forgo it.
Hell yeah.
I wrote a
Oh, of
net
course.
1. I also can't see it.
Yeah.
of course, 'cause Luke is going to be the one who gets to see it.
Yeah, Justin is just
Only.
where dragon? Is it in that thing? As he points at portal. Wretched is just see him, Bob, I guess?
I'm panicking, okay?
Yeah. Carter has about same thing.
My character's just trying to jump back into the portal.
What?
I'm envisioning him being dragged out by the mage hand, but trying to do like a a frog swimming motion towards the portal while he's being hoisted in midair.
No, I basically just imagine it as the mage hands are just holding him from the ceiling as he's just trying to wiggle his legs, saying, "Come on, legs, get to the dragon. Make it to where dragon can go and reaching it and drag me down." That's how I imagine it for Wretched. As for Luke, you can tell that seems to be a eternal battlefield. Complete with reddish style reddish sky and rivers seemingly of magma and blood.
My hometown.
What?
You're what?
Well, guys, you're not going to believe this, but there seemed to be a battlefield of turtles, and the atmosphere is hellish. It's wild.
To be fair, the portal does also close back up soon after that as well.
I just is that Sandra down there? Throw spear at Sandra.
That
So
would probably not be Sandra, but yeah.
Anyway, have I soaked long enough? By the way,
Where
just
you
Or
need to soak
even
for
in
an
the
hour.
water.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, that would be after a short rest, basically.
Oh. Why are we showing that we're not this day?
Oh, sorry, that was my bad. I was looking through stuff and I wanted the details. Ignore that.
Oh, I thought that you were going to
Yeah.
like try to target somebody with that.
Well, I mean, if it was an instant casting, I'd cast it on him to be resistant against skeletal beings and then throw him into the portal to fight stuff. But nah.
I mean, the portal's now closed for reference.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, damn it, guys! I wanted to go in there.
He wants to meet Bowser.
Should have said,
Yeah,
"Hey guys,
why?
I'm going on a trip," and then go through the portal, not just, "Oh hey,
Yeah.
random portal."
Yeah, communication kinda is helpful.
Unfortunately, he can't communicate with me yet. Keyword yet.
He can mockingly ribbit at you.
And then I'll find it offensive because he's not actually talking.
And I'll just be, or I'll just end up saying some like racial slur.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Against frogs.
Accidentally inserted his mother and 3 generations before that.
Rough translation: anti-amphibians.
I can just see it now. Wretched comes over. Hey, Frog, ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. I'm just like, in my grung language, I'm like, you asshole. That's my mom you're talking about. He's
And
my
you see me-
patron, you asshole.
And you just be like in my own language, like, I know, bitch.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell them, oh, bitch, after he sounded installed by in
Yeah.
Thief's song.
I mean, that is true. You two can't talk in Thieves-Scan.
We can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes?
Oh. Wait,
Yeah,
Wretched's a rogue too?
both of you are rogues. Like, what? What do you mean? Why would you be able to talk in Thieves-Scan?
I didn't know. I didn't know he was a rogue.
Well, now you do.
I do
The
now,
more
yeah.
you know.
Da-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, it's just like you guys go talking more simple things, such as like bad, good, here,
What we
Murder.
eat
target, murder. Yeah,
Also,
Backstab
very-
this guy.
Very
exactly.
advanced form of Draconic. Don't forget that.
What?
I also speak a very advanced Draconic.
Oh. But no, and then it's like, Wretched, arson?
Yes,
No,
you guys can
bad.
also say arson in Thieves-Scan too.
Yes.
No, bad. That's a sign
No.
we will all learn as fast as possible.
Yes.
No, you
just
don't
see
burn down
arson.
that
I just arson.
orphanage.
I just But no, I see arson in Thieves' Cant as like motioning fire with your hands emanating outward.
Probably, yeah.
Wretched does this and exit has fireball.
I mean,
So I'd just
what?
be like, I'd just look at
Bring the
Wretched and be
slips.
like, I'd look at Wretched and just make that motion saying arson. And then Wretched
Taylor, you're
has
not
to
around
respond with-
Wretched. He's still just like in jail.
No,
cell.
I know. I know. I'm just saying that hypothetically, if I wanted to, I could if I were near him.
Fair.
I just like how my character has like 5 fire spells.
Yeah. Anyway, so what
Anyways.
do you guys do now that you've dealt with the skeletal dragon?
Surprisingly
Can
well.
I heal
even
myself?
actually.
I'm just. You just see me
Do you have
sulking
something to
in
heal
the corner,
yourself
it's
with?
Like,
Sorry,
Mhm.
what?
Do you have something to heal yourself with?
No.
Then you
I
cannot.
don't think so.
you just
Well-
see me sulking. You just see me sulking in the corner. It's like I wanted to go there.
If someone has proficiency with first aid, we could probably put a bandage on you.
That would be nice.
You mean medicine? You mean medicine?
You
Medicine,
need
yeah.
a medkit for that, actually.
Wait, do we not have a med kit? Okay, first objective, go get a med kit.
And then second objective, give it to the frog with a -1 in medicine.
That sounds
I have a potion you can buy off me.
Bye.
What do you
I-
mean?
Yes, bye. Oh wait, that's
Okay,
not how it says. Bye.
What is my medical? Let me see. It's only 2, but still, that's better than nothing. How much is a medical kit? Well, first, go to the shop, find out how much it is.
I have a free medicine.
I'm going to try and convince Luke to use this hammer to convince him that it's for healing purposes. Just bonk him on the head with it.
No,
Let me quickly find out, because I don't.
I don't have a lot of health left. Please.
Clearly, you've never played this with Wretched.
Well, no, not a lot. One time.
Lucky you.
Yeah, it's in my name.
That
All right,
At
well,
least
I hate
I'm walking down the street.
At least you weren't in the campaign where I built a dungeon on everyone's head.
What?
Joker was, though.
Yes, I was, but I wasn't there for that part.
No, you were.
Wretched, get back in there.
I think I came in after he collapsed the whole dungeon on people's heads.
No, you did that before you came in. Oh, sorry, you did that after you came in. Yeah.
Then I probably wasn't in that session when he did it because I don't remember that happening.
Do you remember do you remember fighting undeads in a catacomb?
No.
Do you remember fighting people in a catacomb?
Never. I never fought anybody in a catacomb in that campaign.
I don't think we've ever fought cats.
Okay, then yeah, you probably never. You probably weren't in that session. Okay.
Besides, I could have sworn we established that happened before I joined, but okay.
No, that was after. I have the footage, sir. I know when you joined.
Then I definitely wasn't at that session. Okay.
Yeah, I think you were busy with family or something at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that the catacomb one was like towards the end of what we did for that campaign.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Anyway, Wretched, get back into your jail so you have not been released yet.
Yeah, get back in jail. You're not free yet.
Fine.
I also like how you went to the magic store for an herbalism kit.
I just like you just see me
this is
start
the
sort of
magic store?
drawing.
Well,
You just see my character just start drawing satanic symbols on the floor so I can summon a portal again.
Yes,
Wow.
for that. I love it.
The dedication to the bit.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Next time I'm going to take a few steps back, I think.
Yeah, I don't see any place that looks like a hospital, so this seemed like the only shop within eyesight. I mean, other than the armorer, but I feel like that would be something else.
Wait, would my character know why that skeleton dragon tried to get me?
Probably not. And actually, I do feel like it probably would be more likely that it would be in the armory, actually.
All right,
Like, armory is just like general equipment. The magic store is usually like more the actual effects, such as like the potions and other like magical type items.
Actually, that raises a good question. Is a medical kit a consumable or is it a tool that can be used?
It is a tool, actually.
Excellent. Because even though it won't be too useful in the heat of battle, it will save a lot of gold in the long run for after battle effects.
Yeah, basically,
Really?
basically what you're buying is you're just buying like clippers, mortar and pestles, and then pouches and vials. Those basically.
When was the shot? What?
Ooh, that looks useful.
I mean, yes, you can use that, but would that really help you when you're still in, a jail cell?
Well, I mean, the natural response when you see an empty jail cell that's supposed to have someone is to go in there and investigate, and thus opening up the door.
True.
Exactly.
Fair.
But now that we know that was probably your plan in the long run, we're not going to.
Anyway, so I take that you gonna just like ask the price for like the herbalism kit thing, crafter.
Yeah, the medical kit.
So for specific reasons, it is 5 golds.
And let's see. I would like to roll charisma to see if I can't talk him down to 4.
Oh, what's this one?
All right.
Dark ones. Nice.
Damn!
I'm not even gonna roll. Okay.
Let's go.
He's like, okay, fine. I suppose I could do 5 or 4.
I appreciate your patronage. I'm minusing 4 gold from my total now.
And whoops, wrong one. That's the right one.
Well, that seems very useful. I forgot that I chose that.
And you
Actually,
now
while
have the
I'm here-
herbalism kit.
Excellent. Okay, then
Now
I
give
start
it-
making
now
my way
give it-
back to the prison to provide first aid.
Well,
Making
you
my
could
way
give it to
downtown.
Justin, who has 1 more than you in medicine.
Yeah, but
I
they
have
didn't buy a
medicine.
med kit, so they get to see my clumsy hands at work.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
God.
I
I
remind
have,
you that last time I wrote medicine, I wrote a net 1.
I have medicine,
Oh,
but it's
no.
-3, so it's 5.
Yeah, I've got a medicine with a -1, so yeah.
Okay, doctor.
But I'm
we
all the
got
way over
Zing.
here, so I don't know.
On the other hand, I'm not a turtle doctor.
Dark
Also-
ones only.
And also, Justin is not a free doctor.
All right.
I'm only not a free doctor for wretched. Everyone else has
Fair.
insurance that covers 100%.
All right, I bend my fingers backwards with a few cracks in my like. Now, remember, if it hurts, that means the medicine is working.
Oh
Okay.
God.
What happened?
Hey, do a medicine check.
Oh, I
You
did.
did.
Okay, so yeah, roll 2d4.
2d4. 1 moment.
Ooh.
Oh, dang.
Okay, fair enough.
Nice.
He heals for 12.
Maximum.
Excellent.
Oh.
Thank you, good sir. The ties will be in your favor.
Are you sure you want to owe a favor to a warlock? All right.
That's so you end up in a pyramid
Actually,
scheme.
that's a good point. Yes, I will trade in favors.
Oh God.
I say to Luke, it's like, you do realize you just joined a pyramid scheme, right?
Well, it was just a figure of speech.
Yeah.
Warlocks, it's all about contracts, and the contract has already been made. Don't
I
worry
didn't
about
sign anything.
Mara goes and
Warlocks
chimes
weren't
in and
divided.
says, legally speaking, the fact that you gave a verbal agreement and you did indirectly sign a contract.
I'm
Yeah.
going to sew my mouth shut.
I mean, that will be
I
on
could
your own
just- I could
volition.
just
I'm not
see
going to
Luke-
tell you to do that.
I could just see Luke. I could just see Luke's character pulling out the stitches kit from the herbalism kit and be like, "Yeah, that's it." Zip, 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 zip to his lips.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Roll
Well, you said
performance.
So what do you all do now? Joker can't really use the wire for another hour.
Well,
This
some more
I'm
prep
out.
work. We were going to use the arena to entrap and combat the dragons in that underwater cave, but what do you guys want to do?
My body wants to leave this mortal plane.
No, it won't.
Sounds like you need to talk to
Out
a
of fear of what
necromancer.
could come next. Out of fear of what could come next, we will not let you die.
Speaking, a necromancer is just a very late healer.
I will become even more powerful within death.
I will stand guard at his and watch that he doesn't kill himself. And
guess we
if he
have to put
does,
him on-
bring him back to life.
I guess what that means is we have to keep him on watch. I'm not gonna say what for, but we have to keep him on watch so he doesn't do
Keep
anything.
him on a leash.
Seppuku himself.
Yes, Pat.
Put a
Actually,
dog collar
strictly
around him.
speaking, you could technically, after a, I believe, short rest, you could switch out one of your spells to Revivify.
Question: is our mage hand invisible, or is that a special mage hand?
It's invisible, yeah. It's just invisible by default.
All right. Well, since I didn't tell my mage hand to let go, I'm imagining my mage hand is just sitting on the back of that person.
No, actually, yours would have been, yours would have went away, but yes, Justin's mage hand is still holding him up.
Excellent.
Because
Yeah,
they do, mage hand still does have a 30-foot range, but other than that, it's perfectly fine. It doesn't have any restrictions on the
Fireball
range.
within a fireball within a fireball within a bag of.
I will hold his mouth shut with mage hand. Try cast without the verbal component.
Well, no, I was going to say I can just imagine Justin's mage hand holding him by the ankle, upside down.
That's a strong mage hand.
So like this.
Well, I mean, he doesn't necessarily need to take all the weight. It would just be enough to keep him half suspended.
Right.
Right.
So there is one additional task that we could do instead of the dragon trap thing, and that's subvert the local cult to sway them away from the crabs.
Oh boy.
I don't think
so I
Crafter
do
was...
stand corrected on Justin. You do have to finish a long rest in order for you to change your spell to Revivify. Or one of your color spells to Revivify.
Also, I don't think Crafter was here for when my character was introduced. Was he?
No, he was not.
Okay.
So then he doesn't know.
New person. Now that
Well,
real-
I'm in the ocean.
Oh.
You
Oh,
can't
was
see
that
me.
that frog guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Someone want to inform me about the new guy? Nope. Okay. I guess it doesn't exist until someone says something.
And also, interesting
Well-
fact about Revivify. You don't have to be willied.
Oh, frick.
I could really keep him alive against his will.
Yes!
All it takes is 8 hours of sleeping.
Yes!
Yeah,
And then
I
also
totally
you're going to
right.
constantly have like 300 gold.
That shouldn't be a problem. I mean, I charge him for it if he wants or not. So, Wretched needs 300 gold.
Wretched needs a DNR.
Or
carves
insurance,
it.
I don't care.
Just carves it into the.
No, I don't think Wretched knows what a DNR is.
No, do not resuscitate.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah. That would mean Justin is not allowed to legally him.
I go, Crafter.
What?
Can you sign me a what? Can you sign me a DNR on my character?
I will respectfully decline. Sounds like a questionable thing to do.
Damn it. You just hear like my new character's voice is like, I will arrive eventually.
If you're gonna die, it will be at the hands of our enemies, and we'll have a vengeance arc and everything.
Hell yeah.
And during that vengeance arc, you can yoink stuff.
Exactly.
Not a
'cause we
big
have the moral
brain.
high ground.
Hey, random guy, help us avenge our friend.
Oh look,
Dude,
a frog.
Mara also goes in
Oh,
and
look,
like
a
chimes
frog
in
with a
and
knife.
says,
Yoink.
Mara chimes in and says, or we can just make him a punching bag at some point.
So I asked the police chief. So just to confirm, crab fishing is still legal, right?
It is illegal in this town.
Dang. What about just regular fishing?
Regular fishing is allowed. If a crab goes onto your hook at that point, and by legal statements, it's fine.
So one's unintentional and the other's... Okay, guys, let's go fishing, in quotes.
Oh god.
She goes and says, like, fishing requires using a pole.
Yes, of course. And
Volunteers tribute.
I take a sticky note and I slap it on Mr. T's forehead, and it says "pull."
She goes and points
Crabs.
over at your imp and says, that sticky note is not classifiable as a pole.
Dang.
Okay, let's quickly grab a stick, a bit of line and a hook,
Or you
and
can just
attach,
buy a fishing pole.
and attach the imp to it as bait.
Okay, I cross out
Okay,
my
I'll give
sticky
you
note,
that.
pull. Wait.
I think Justin needs inspiration for that one.
I think I already gave him it. Oh no, he doesn't. I forgot he used it. I thought he actually had inspiration, I'll be real.
Okay, I take my rope and the long stick and my bait, and I'm heading to the beach. See you guys in a bit.
Can I leave yet?
This is the perfect
No.
moment for when he comes to the beach. I can wave at him.
Exactly.
And that's
Or I
how
could
you
catch
create
you.
a loophole.
Can I leave
Yeah.
yet?
No, get back in there.
Ah.
You reap what you sow.
You see me step out of the jail cell again. It's like, how about now?
No, that go back in.
All right. Do I see? Do I see?
The jail
Crafter
cell's
coming?
not been unlocked yet, sir.
Roll perception.
All right. I think I can see him. He's right there.
Yeah, you can see him. It's questionable
Yeah.
whether or not he can see you.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
roll.
Well then, that was
Well,
persuasion,
persuasion.
sir.
I'm saying for these two to
Oh,
let
that
me
was
out.
wretched.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you two roll insight. So if one of you just kind of believes that no, he's not gonna be dangerous. He should be let out.
Yeah. No.
There it is.
Oh wait, that's.
Oh dang.
Oh frick!
Water.
All right. So Crafter can see me. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can. Luke still need the
Justin.
insight from you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Without getting any closer, I shout, "Can you speak common?"
He just hears ribbit,
Ribbit.
which
Yeah.
translates to which he wouldn't know, but roughly translates to what?
Fish.
I ribbit again and say, "What?"
You just hear a loud ribbit from the jail cell. Your mother!
Yeah, keep in mind, he understands you, Crafter, but you can't understand him.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I gesture towards my stick with the rope tied to the end of it and tied to Mr. Teeth. I say, "I am fishing!" in quotes. So I fling the stick back and then fling it forward, but it doesn't do anything. The rope is too long, and I say, "Go, Mr. Teeth!" I gesture with the like hand gesture. Go, go, and he just flies out into the ocean.
So, do they get persuaded, Gordon?
Justin is persuaded, like, okay, maybe we should let you out. Luke, no.
No.
It's Luke more than wretched.
2 against 1, it's all good.
But anyways, when I see him throw Mr. Teeth into the ocean, who I don't know who that is because this is a different character.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grin, like a small grin is gonna appear on my face. I'm gonna dive down. I'm gonna see Mr. Teeth, and I'm gonna be like pointing up for a second, so that he thinks, oh, he wants me to go up.
Fair.
And then when we get to the surface, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna thrust the other helmet onto Mr. Teeth's head and say, "Get back on shore. I know what you're doing."
But Mr. Teeth doesn't know what you're saying, right? Or does the helmet translate?
Yes, Mr. Teeth clearly has not cast that spell yet, though.
Oh, fair. Fine, then I'll point to the helmet and then point to his shoulder and say and try to motion like a magic kind of thing, see if he gets it.
I'd say that since it's a magical creature, that yes, that would do it and actually like cast it.
Okay, and then I'm gonna say, "Get back on shore. I know what your master's trying to make you do."
It looks confused at you. And yes, Al. I agree.
Yes, magic indeed. But yeah, I'm
Okay,
gonna say I'm gonna be like, "Do you understand me?"
It shakes his head yes. It has no idea what you're meaning, though.
I'm gonna say, "What you're doing, what your master is making you do, is illegal. Here, out," and point towards the shore.
It then returns to Mr. Teeth. Then returns to shore.
Okay, good.
You're like, I asked Mr. Teeth, what happened?
Illegal.
And where'd you get that hat?
Roxy.
I just wave at Crafter with a grin on my face.
All right, I walk over there and I try to detect the effects of the hat. What are do I need to roll anything, or do I just
roll
know based off
Arcana.
our Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You're assuming
Yeah,
that
he
based off the
knows
fact
it
that you
is.
cannot understand it, but yet Mr. Teeth can. That is probably a helm of comprehension.
So wait, what if I use the my pack skills within my warlock? I forget what it's called. It allows me to talk through Mr. Teeth. If I talk through him, through transitive property, do I get to understand everything that is being spoken to him about?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question.
Because I mean, if I'm using his ears and his mouth, I feel like the effects of the helmet would carry over, right?
I would say yes, due to a similar thing with Mara. Because I assume that how, like, the Mara eye kind of just, like, translates the messages, even if you guys don't know the languages, is it goes to the language part of your brain, takes that electrical current and circuitry, and then sends it over to like anybody else that would need to receive that message, and applies that same current, so you all understand like, oh, so this is what that is, because that's what they're trying to say.
So in short, yes, you can understand what I'm telling Mr. Teeth.
Excellent. Time to go fishing for frogs. Go catch the frog.
I pull out my knife.
Wait, you're still in the ocean. Unless you follow Mr. Teeth out.
I am in the ocean.
Yeah.
But if
But I
he's
mean,
trying
like-
to catch the frog,
No,
if he's trying to catch the frog, I'm the only frog in the vicinity as far as I know.
There's a clear difference between doing combat and catching someone. So
Yes,
in this
I know.
case-
But that's
this
why I
case-
pulled out the knife, because I didn't want to get caught. I wasn't looking to get grappled or anything. I was just saying... the knife was a warning saying, don't try.
Fire
all
warning
right.
shots. Fire's
Then
fireball.
I use the pack bond and say, "Greetings, frog. Do you understand me now?"
I say, yes, stop fishing for crabs. I know what you're doing.
What? What are you talking about? We're fishing. This and the claws. Those are the hooks. We're gonna catch fish.
What do you expect to catch fish with claws?
Well,
Or
I mean,
how do you expect to catch fish with claws? That is stupid.
I mean, imps can fly. There's no reason they can't swim.
That doesn't mean they're able to catch a fish with their claws.
Fish are pretty dumb.
Yes, but they're also slippery and easily frightened.
Hence the claws.
You will not be able to catch them with claws.
You want to make a bet?
I know you're going after crabs. Stop it.
Sounds like you're projecting here. I'm going after fish.
Project.
Prove me wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I just interject real quick?
If I can
Bears catch fish with their claws.
exactly.
Humans can catch
Yes.
fish with their bare hands. Enjoy.
Yes, but at the same time, can an imp do that?
Yes.
I
He's
doubt
Mr.
it,
Teeth. He can
because
do
they're
anything.
but at the same time, bears and all that, they're
Children
above
can.
water when they're doing it. Bears
To be
bears
fair-
are doing it above water. What about the other one?
To be fair, yes, I would say probably that a imp can actually catch fish with the claws. It just matters
Underwater?
It's just that, yeah,
Yeah,
It's just that
got the
it's-
argument.
yeah. It's more about
Claws,
like what are you trying?
Pokies. Claws, pokey stabby. Harpoon, pokey stabby.
Not to
Exactly.
mention, we do
Yes.
have crab armor, which could serve as camouflage.
True.
Yeah, I still don't see how it could work. But oh well.
So, also, for the record, the crab
because of
armor
the-
was made out of town. I didn't make it here, so you can't bust me on that.
Yes, but at the same time, remember that the when you let's say you're trying to push your hand through water, what happens?
You
It
will
slows
encounter
down
resistance,
because of pressure.
That would be a problem if Mr. Teeth was a human, but Mr. Teeth's an imp, which is supposed to be able to fly, and thus a lot of the fluid dynamics operate both out of water and in the air.
I think you're mixing hydrodynamics and aerodynamics differently.
No, a lot of the same flow and streamlining is still applicable.
Does he fly with his hands?
Nope, he flies with his wings.
Exactly.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
You don't have to swim with just your wings or your hands. You can use them both.
Oh my gosh. I don't think he sees what I'm saying. Okay.
No,
For
I see
reference,
that.
we're
It's
just moving forward with the fact that yes, he could catch fish specifically. It just matters about the intention and like whether he's specifically trying to go and use his hands to go and catch an actual fish, or to actually go and just like catch crabs.
Exactly, and either path is profitable.
Hence why I said prove me wrong.
Okay. Oh, what do I do to roll for fishing? What would that be?
In this case, I would say athletics.
Athletics. Wait, since I'm going through Mr. Teeth, wouldn't that be Mr. Teeth's athletics?
Actually, I was going to go and look at find familiar.
Also, fair enough, Al. Fair enough. As I said, fair enough. Al, fair enough.
Are you actually doing things to catch it? Because I'm trying to look for it, or if it actually says it uses. Okay.
Oh, we're using camouflage and ambush tactics.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that it can just do the same. For reference, it's still just the same roll, so like you can just like roll straight up for athletics for redox, be fine.
Are you sure? I have a negative in that, but all right, here we go. Athletics, go. It could have been worse.
I mean, nothing else would have been a 9 in that case. But yeah, even with a 9, I would have said you probably would not have caught like a fish.
Well, that's okay. It's a very passive thing, so I'm just gonna sit down on the beach with the rod in quotes in my hand and just wait there, and I'll just keep rolling until I win.
Fair enough.
He's someone another dragon, isn't he?
Well, I'm waiting until you guys decide on what it is we're doing, so I'm just fishing until you guys decide. The frog is just gonna watch Mr. Teeth just hang out there underwater.
Don't mind me, just going towards the beach.
You are still in the deal cell, sir.
That same roll.
For reference, I'm gonna assume that it takes like that each of these rolls is taking like 5 minutes to go and get through.
Yeah.
I mean, some people fish for hours.
Well, yeah, but I'm assuming that each of these rolls.
Oh, nice.
Okay, upon that, so it's taking him 15 minutes, but yes, he has indeed caught a fish finally.
Yeah! I say,
Sounds
okay,
like-
Mr. Teeth, come back. He trots his way up the beach, but it's already half eaten. And I'm all like, Mr. Teeth.
All right, I'm gonna roll insight to see if the catching a fish was a genuine act.
Well, I mean, I caught a fish. I said I'd catch a fish.
Yes, but the way you could have said it could have said something otherwise.
I will go and say that with that, you assume that this time at least he didn't intend to catch a fish.
Just to prove me wrong.
Yes.
Probably.
Nothing else.
Oh no, my character's is dead. It's got a skull on it.
I'm just gonna look at him with narrow eyes, going. I'll keep my eyes on you still.
Then I say to the frog, sounds like the only way you can make sure that I'm not catching any crabs is if you were to join my party and help me kill dragons. How about it? Join the team?
Bold of you to assume I'm not already part of the party.
It is. Because I didn't say it was okay, so yes.
Yes, but everyone else, well, technically no one else said it either, but I joined anyway, so there.
So welcome to the team.
I don't need
I just
your
said
approval.
ribbit.
Yep.
I respond to his welcomes with, I don't need your approval to join. Shush.
Well, too bad. I already approved.
And I don't need it.
Now I don't want to.
And thus you're part of the team. I say over the comms, hey guys, we got a frog on the team. Huzzah!
Can we eat him?
I want to give you answer. I would definitely give you answers for that and nothing else, Justin. But you already have it.
I'd like to roll perception to see if he's got one of those ear things yet.
What?
Do you have one of those toms? You know, the ear things.
You assume that he does.
Well, I mean, then it's official. You're part of the team.
Yeah, for reference, it's actually like your left eye is actually like robotic.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an eye thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been an eye thing.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I
always
was
been an eye
considered
thing.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
literally called Mara Eye.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh, I thought that was just
incidentally,
weird
I don't have
branding.
in my thing.
Sort of like how Apple TV has nothing to do with apples.
Ha 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 ha. But also, Gordon, I don't have Mara Eye in my thing.
I think I intended to add it to you, and like I just been forgetting due to
Busy?
No, straight up just forgetting. Because like you
Oh,
have it
fun.
from like Speedy, so like I know for a fact that you had it. I just kept forgetting to add it to your new
Right.
sheet.
To the
Yeah.
police station. Let's get to your eye thing.
You already have
I have
this.
my eye thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just that it's not.
It's just not listed.
Yeah, it was not listed on the sheet. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an
Yeah.
interesting magic trick. Conjuring it out of nowhere. Must be a mage of some kind. Hmm.
Yeah, to be fair, I would assume that he probably
looked in-
shows you the badge to the eye.
Yeah. And I also tell him when he mentions I must be a mage of some sort, I say, don't talk about that. I hate having to mention what I am, but at the same time, I have to, so. Yes,
That's an
I'm a
interesting
warlock.
character quirk. You'll fit right in.
Yes, I'm a warlock. Anyway.
Another one!
I just look at him and say, another one?
Nothing.
Oh God, I'm surrounded by
Ignore my
idiots.
statements. It's good.
I just say I'm surrounded by idiots.
And warlocks.
Hey, just out of curiosity, am I the only not warlock caster?
Probably.
Eldritch Blast for days!
No, actually, Squishy can be considered a caster that is not actually warlock.
Squishy is a martial caster.
Yeah, he's also a ranger. Oh, also Thropos is not a caster, but for the current group, then yes, you're the only as of the current people, yes, you're the only one that's not actually like a warlock caster, Justin.
But now.
Yep, and that doesn't make you any less of a caster.
What's better than one fireball? Two fireballs!
What's
Exactly.
better than 2 fireballs? 3 fireballs.
That's not how Twin Spell works.
I mean, if we use a short rest efficiently, we can cast like, 6, 9 fireballs each?
Fireball tsunami.
Why 8 fire bolts?
Well, firebolts you can just spam. Fireballs you have to use a spell slot, and since we get our spell slots back after short rest, we can just, dump them.
Fair.
Also,
We just have a lot of spell slots.
also, did we not hear what Gordon just said and what that could have implied?
What do you
What?
say? Please.
Are you guys not
repeat.
reading like the chat where Alice said it?
No, I am. But say it again. Say what you said again when you saw that.
What? Why 8 fire bolts rather than 3 fireballs?
No one else? Just me? No one wants to make the joke?
Unfortunately,
Like
it's the first time I've heard it.
Balls. What?
Exactly. Thank you, Luke.
Oh, I thought it was.
God damn it.
Anyway.
Just think about that.
I hate it here.
Oh, yes, you can.
Isn't there a spell to just summon a giant fireball
Yes.
that follows you around? Excellent.
Yes, that would be specifically
And I
delayed
must-
blast
I'm-
fireball.
And I must learn it.
No. That's too much firepower for Wretched.
I know
You
that.
currently
Learn
need
it,
more
Gordon.
warlock levels
Don't
for
let
that,
him
sir.
learn it, Gordon.
Also, my character suddenly died in itself.
No,
No.
Finally.
I need a few more
not
subs.
finally.
No, look, it's got a red cross and everything, meaning it's dead.
No.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
Red
mean anything.
Cross usually marks a hospital.
Exactly. A Red Cross usually implies that you are at the hospital and you are getting treatment.
But
Or in the
indeed,
place that we
not
need to
dead.
dig there because there's treasure hidden.
dead,
Oh, yeah.
alive, dead, alive.
Okay, stop. Anyway.
Yeah.
So Schrodinger's.
Yes.
Yes.
On fire,
Okay.
not on fire. On fire, not on fire.
Until someone looks at it.
Anyways, so what are we doing?
Well,
I don't know.
caught
What
a
are you
fish
guys doing?
and a frog and a teammate, so I am good. What do you guys want to do?
You didn't catch a teammate. The teammate caught you. What?
I mean, too bad you do have to wait, still another, I would say probably 40 minutes for a set teammate.
Yeah, I know.
All right. I come back to the prison. I say, "Hey, Chief. So, why is Richard in a cell?"
War crimes.
Well, I mean,
She
what
points
reason?
over at him and says, "Good enough reason."
But what I'm not
Can't
saying that
argue with
it's
that
not
logic.
reasonable. I just don't know all the goings on. I was kind of non-existent for a while.
So many orphanages.
That amount of time? That's an achievement. What, did you make a bunch of orphanages just to nuke them?
No, just burning.
Ouch.
Yeah, he does
While
a lot
they're
of
inside.
weird things. We just arrest him and basically give him a free lifetime sentence for that reason.
So I think this is what, like the third time you wanted in, or were there others?
I forget. I just know that he should be locked up repeatedly. As with all other wretches.
Are we talking about multiverses, or are we talking about full me's around the world?
Basically,
Keep it to
all
this
Maras
group.
have access to the list of wretches that have a lifetime sentences. So you're on that list.
So I just said it.
Is it only a list
gonna
or is
say
it a
as
whole
a-
fire cabinet?
I just say,
Both.
has a wretched Florida man made it on the list yet?
What?
Wretched Florida man made it on the list yet?
Probably yes.
Excellent.
Oh, God.
Oh, what time of day is it right now?
I would say morning.
Morning.
Specifically
eh?
Sunday morning, actually.
Yes.
Time travel. How dare you?
Well, first, I offer the police chief a half-eaten fish.
Ew.
She goes and says,
Do you want this?
thank you, but I don't really need any food. Especially not half-eaten food.
But me and my hook and bait caught this. You don't want it? What about any of my teammates? Anyone want fish?
No thanks.
Nah, I'll pass. It's not my shtick.
Unsanitary?
Has the prisoner
Oh, it's
had
not- it's not
breakfast yet?
So it's not
No,
your fish stick?
go ahead and feed him that fish.
Okay, here you go.
It is indeed not my fish stick.
Wait, what? What's going on?
You're being
I'm-
fed a half-eaten fish.
Yes.
Yes. You are being force fed. Enjoy
No,
your
no.
force-fed food.
I
Is it
sliced.
poison?
I mean, it's half eaten, so
I mean, you guys, your character can just eat anything, whether or not it's poisoned.
I eat it and then see if I go. So it's like, please be poison, please be poison, please be poison.
I think it'll be mildly spicy because there might be some imp saliva on it.
No, I don't think that would add any spice, but yeah. It's indeed not poisoned.
It's spicy
Well,
in a different way.
It's super fresh. You might get a parasite.
I will give you inspiration for that. I do love the idea of that.
No, it's spicy in a different way there, Gord. Ooh, ooh.
Ew.
Yeah.
I hate it here.
My bad, Justin.
Anyway, so do you guys do anything else during like your short rest or what?
Well, since it's breakfast, we could do a show in the meantime and gather up some funds for the anti-crab quiz.
I
Let me
will
out,
like to
I'm
point out
bold.
that there would be no foot traffic in this case.
Really? Oh, this must
Yeah.
be like a town rather than a city. But I mean, it has an arena. It should have some foot traffic, right?
Nope.
It's Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everywhere's shut.
if that's the case, let's see. What would be a good way to make some money? I've already done some fishing, and the frog is making sure I don't get too many crabs. Oh,
Exactly.
what
You
if
could-
are there any bounties in the local area
Besides Wretched?
besides Wretched? I caught him. He doesn't.
There's no like truly interesting bounty.
So you could let me out and you can try and catch me again.
That should
Well,
be
wait,
easy.
wait. Wretched's a prisoner, right? And we have an arena. What if we have a special event where he fights some stuff?
You know, I could just lose on purpose.
Yes, but
The
if
staff
you
will
win,
keep you alive.
I mean,
Why
like,
is Wretched suicidal?
Because he wants to
doesn't
play
like
a new
being in the
character.
yeah.
And we don't want him to, so therefore we're going to keep him alive.
That's why we dragged him
Against
out
his
of
will.
hell. Literally.
Against his will.
Yeah, quite literally, you guys tried to have hell. Because look, I don't mind saying that you actually looked into the 9 hells, yeah. Specifically Avernus.
Are there any?
And what was that
yeah,
character?
Avernus. Yeah. Oh, I was just going to ask: are there any weekend specials in the arena for combat?
Weekend at Bernie's.
No.
Now, for future reference, are there any air shows or things in the area that we should be made aware of that could potentially get us into trouble?
The only thing that would be known is the air show that's on next Saturday night.
Okay. Now that we know that it's a thing, those issues shouldn't crop up unless one of us gets amnesia and fires wildly into the sky.
Don't give me ideas.
Fireworks and people find it pretty.
Don't
Alright.
give me ideas.
Not if it interrupts the dragon's exercises.
Don't give me ideas.
Now, last question. Are there any really deep pits or caves we can explore nearby?
Giggity.
I would say the only one would be indeed the Dragon Cave you already know about.
Yeah, we still gotta... Well, I guess if we're gonna pass some time, we could start prepping the arena with traps and stuff to help ensnare it and damage it when we get it there.
And my character will not take part in that, for obvious reasons.
I mean, actually, that raises a question. Could we get a quick refresher? Why did we want to attack the dragons down there?
I have no idea.
You just
No, I
wanted
mean,
bloodlust.
I think we were given a job or something to go down there and
You
clear
were
it.
not.
Wow.
You guys just randomly decided to go down there, I guess, to like loot the place.
Oh. If there's no guarantee of treasure and there's no active quest, I guess we don't need to do that. Then I guess I'd like to take this time and try to convince one of my companions to continue perfecting the persona of Molar and see if we can't trick the frog in that we're someone else.
Yes, I'm the legs.
Okay with that. I will be the torso, and Teeth will be the head.
Let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
So today we're advancing, and
Damn it.
I tell you we're advancing like the short rest so that Joker can kind of
Yeah.
be out of the Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to be fully healed as well.
And while we're doing that, we're perfecting the molar persona.
Okay.
And keep in mind, you guys can use hit dice at this point to heal yourselves if you want to. Next long rest,
I
you're
don't
gonna be
need
up
to,
to
yay.
up to half of your level.
Mm.
You know what? I'll just use a potion because I don't need to use a.
You might as well use a hit die in all honesty.
Okay, sure. I'll just use.
Or pay the party cleric.
Will one hit die be enough?
One might, but yeah, I was gonna say like two. Actually, wait. Oh no, that is with the +1 you rolled 6. So yeah, you're
So am I
one
free to
from full.
Am I free to move?
Yeah, you're free to move.
Okay. I'm gonna make my way up to where everybody else is.
I can deal with being not only 1% away from a full health.
Anybody else trying to go and use hit dice to heal?
Me, I want to heal.
Oh, sorry.
Then say how many
Let me
hit
out.
dice you're going to roll and roll it.
Could you repeat that?
You can roll up to 4 if you're wanting to go and have all of them come back on your next long rest.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
It'd be
Why is that
4d10
big?
in your case.
Where do I?
So you can either just like roll on your sheet, hit dice like 4 times, or you can go over to dice, see where it says 4 in the d10 slot, and then you can actually just roll it from there.
Well, I see the hit dice
with
one.
fire. Kill it with
So you're
fire.
only implying 1?
I can do this 4 times.
Yeah. You can?
Okay.
It's okay. I can bonk multiple times.
Kinky.
Nah, Kinky would be the monk. It's okay, I can fist multiple times.
Thank you, Justin. I was about to say that.
Okay, so you healed up to 77. You can heal. You can use more, but if you use more, then you'll not have them for the next set of short rests.
And then the
No,
ranger
it's okay.
comes in. Wait, what did the monk say?
Someone's about to get shillelied.
And someone spelled Cage wrong.
What? No, the prisoner spelled that. They wrote that on the wall.
Cage of shame.
Yes, you're
What's
still
a
in the cage of shame, sir.
Yeah, it's the Nicholas
Cage.
Cage of shame.
No,
Nicholas
I think whoever wrote it, was writing it in a different language, but was trying to write common because it says cage of shame.
Mm-hmm.
They spelled it how it sounded.
Phonetic.
So what are you guys doing now?
Chatting up the magic shop guy. See if I can't convince him to give me more warlock stuff.
Oh God.
What warlock stuff are you looking for in particular?
Something that helps prevent me from rolling nat ones. I'm tired of blowing up.
Unfortunately, there's none. Actually, I think that there's one there. I just forget it. Okay.
I know there's something that says like if you roll a nat one, re-roll or something like that.
I have it. It's called half.
I will be right back. I will be right back.
Okay.
Goodbye forever.
You are not able to have that one yet.
I do need to leave in about 2 minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Is there anything you want to do before you go?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
You want to
I
write some
wish you guys.
graffiti on the prison? Like, everyone's doing it.
No, I wish you guys the best of luck.
Alrighty.
And don't do stupid stuff.
But how else are we going to get stupid prizes?
Okay then.
No, that's for you only win those if you're playing stupid games.
Okay, how do I leave? Do I just close the window?
Yeah.
Oh, you just hit the disconnect thing. Or close the window. Have a good one. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye, people. Until
Bye.
we meet again.
Indeed. So the person goes and places in a seemingly like D6 thing. And they say, that's the best I got.
I'm sorry. Where's that? Where am I looking?
Like literally, like if you go look at like a sort of like die, such as like what you would use for Yahtzee, that's basically what they place on the table in front of you.
Wait. Oh. Do I need to? No. I'd like to prevent myself from blowing up when I've cast Eldritch Blast.
Don't have anything like that. Sorry. Best I got is this.
And what's that do?
He goes and says, "Trial pass." Rolls it, and then it ends up being a 6.
It's weighted dice? I could see a use for that. So, how much is it?
$500 gold.
Wait a minute. Are you just saying, is it, now just to confirm, is it actual just weighted dice, or is it have magical properties?
It is indeed magical.
Okay, and what are the magical effects?
He just keeps rolling, and it just keeps rolling 6s every single time.
But, I mean, like, wouldn't just a normal weighted die have the same effect? I could probably make something. I just need to find some resin and a mold and a lead weight. In fact, that's a new objective. I'm gonna find some of those things. Thanks for the info. I'll keep your weighted die in mind. Appreciate your time. Have a good one. So I go out here and I go around to the forge. Ask, hey, do you have any resin or lead weights?
And interesting enough, both these shopkeepers are not the usual shopkeepers.
Oh, hey, are you new here?
No, just normally the Sunday morning one.
Oh, so different shifts. Ah, gotcha. So anyway, yeah, I'm trying to make some dice, and the lead weights are entirely unrelated. So do you have any of the resins or molds available?
Yeah, I think I do.
How much?
For
the lot.
I'm not gonna look. I would say that the molds for dice would be probably about like 5 gold.
Okay, and how much for the small lead weights?
I would say in this case probably about 2 gold.
Uh-huh. And the resin?
I would say it's probably 3.
All right. For all three items, I'd like to pay you 5 gold. Charisma roll.
And it's 1.
Roll with disadvantage as well.
Very well. No, wait. Is this charisma or is it persuasion?
It would be
Persuasion.
persuasion, yeah.
Yeah. Still not bad.
They are not convinced to go and lower it from 10 to 5.
What's their counteroffer? like normally there's a back and forth. Like, give me 5 gold for it. Nah, then 9, then 8, then
Let's say in this case they would probably go for 9 gold and 5 electrum.
how about we make it an even 7? Persuasion again?
I'm not even sure if they would go down to that low.
And then he would say like 8 gold, final offer, something like that. And it'd be like, deal. That way it's like, it's hurting me here, but yeah.
I'd say in this case that right would be like, just to speed this up, final offer, 8 gold, 5 electrum, take it or leave it.
Deal. Okay, -5. Six. Done. I now have a pair of weighted dice that will always roll 6s. Or unless I got to roll something for crafting.
Yeah, I would say that you would probably have to craft it at some point. And they are not going to always roll 6s.
Well, I mean, the chances are significantly higher, though. Weighted dice are fairly effective.
Fair. But for reference on the 500 die, it never seemed like it was going to roll anything other than that 6.
Ah, so it's a guaranteed thing. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my plan. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm wondering why you're making weighted dice.
Well,
Same.
one, if someone detects magic on it, the whole advantage of guaranteed rolling 6 would be shot. But a weighted die that more often than not lands on 6s is far more valuable because then it could be tested like, oh, look, it was just a fluke that it was so many 6s in a row.
666.
Stop trying to summon the devil.
For reference, there is a way to tell about like each way if you're wanting to kind of take them into like casino type areas.
Oh, I'm not going to do that. That's a good way to get caught. No, you do roadside stalls and games of chance like that. That way, if someone does catch you, you run.
To rob casinos, all you need to do is count the cards.
Mm-hmm.
Which the casinos do too. So nice try.
Yeah, if anything, it just levels the playing field.
Exactly.
Which means no one's really doing well.
Well, I mean,
you're not robbing the
who's smarter.
Well, think about it. If one party's counting card and the other party counting card as well, who's getting robbed? No one.
Exactly. That's the best type.
So for Wretched to say the way to rob the casino is to count the cards, it doesn't work.
If it didn't work, they wouldn't ban you.
It's funny because they're the ones counting the cards in the first place, so you could use that as leverage to let them not make them not ban you, but it would never hold.
Yeah, but most casinos in America, they all have guns, so it tends.
Other than the mafia
argue.
ones, actually.
Yeah. But anyway. Also, Wretched, is there such thing as a British mafia?
Yeah, we don't call them mafia though.
What are they called?
Gangsters.
I thought you were gonna say lawyers.
Yeah.
That too.
Seems on brand.
Dude, I was drinking.
Gordon.
Fucking lawyers.
Psychic damage.
Anyway.
You just made what?
I will say this: gangsters and mafia are far from the same. Gangsters are a lot less troublesome
Wait, did
when
Luke
it
have to
comes to
go?
big crime.
Yeah, you had to
Yes.
go.
Oh, okay.
So, what do you guys
I was
do
wondering
now?
why the. I don't know.
I with my new dice, I run back to the prison. I say, "Hey, wretched, I'll let you out if you roll lower than a 6."
I mean, it's technically it's still not been made yet. You still have to craft the die.
Oh, I thought that's what we did. I even said, "Okay, I'm crafting the die." All right, fine. Back to the smith I go.
Now I know your plans. I'm not gonna.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'll have other opportunities. They'll show themselves. So yeah, I take the short rest amount of time to craft the die.
All right.
Dies, the two of them. It's a pair.
So, what is everybody else doing during another short rest?
Summoning the devil.
A 72.
Stopping him
I'm-
from summoning
I'm
a
just-
devil.
I think there's multiple in Avernus.
True.
And then I'm gonna be just sitting back with a bucket of popcorn that is made out of fly corpses, just popping them back, being like, I just want to see where this is going.
To be fair, I'm also gonna assume that you're needing to spend a gold to get the to get use of the artisan tools.
Me?
No, crafter.
What?
Oh.
Oh.
Artisan tools?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what's in the artisan tools?
So basically, in artisan tools, it's usually just like a sorted things for like crafting.
And how much would be a bag of assorted tools like that? The craftsman bag or whatever it's called.
Let me check out. Because I'm gonna assume that like it doesn't actually tell me, even though like I would very much love for it to tell me, but like it's
Since
only
it
gonna-
has heavier materials than the medical stuff, I imagine it will be a little more expensive. How about we just say it was 10 gold?
I don't think it's actually gonna be 10 gold, funny enough.
Yeah, it's probably less than that.
Which would be a ripoff, but whatever.
Yeah. Wait, what? Where? Why are you?
But it might also be more than 10 gold, in which case it will be a benefit.
Let's see if this. Oh, what would help if I'm looking at the actual item and not a list.
Hmm.
Sure.
Artisan's tools.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing about where saying a price.
Oh, okay, because artisan tools. No, artisan tools is a category of types of tools. That's what it's saying.
Oh, fair.
So it would have to be a specific kind. I think it's tinker's tools you're thinking.
As a gnome, I feel like I should have one of those.
I am a dwarf and wait, wrong thing.
Yeah,
close enough.
Yeah, exactly what Owl said. Yeah, artisan.
Yeah, that would
category
explain
of
why I
tools.
was not finding it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, vacation mode added onto my Twitch.
Yeah, exactly. I'd probably say I'd probably say you'd want the jeweler's tools more.
Yeah, I would say
For
more
dice
jewelers
making,
due to the fact that, like, in this case, he's using resin, which is a type of, like, more jewels type one.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
jeweler's
think
kit
that would
be
probably be it. Yeah.
Yeah. So in this case, it would be 25 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing I paid only 10 gold for it.
No, it'd be 25 if you're taking the guarantee for it.
Ah, come on. I even said it could be more, and then it was a special deal.
I could
All
cut
right,
you in. I could pay half.
How about
And you split
20?
50-50.
Roll persuasion on it.
Wait, me?
No,
No,
Doctor.
me. Wait. Dang it. Unlikely to succeed.
They
Sounds like your
gonna
yearbook.
offer you 24 gold in this case.
So sounds like a yearbook message. Unlikely to succeed.
Wow.
My yearbook, I did an arrogant quote for my yearbook thing. I said, it's not that you're bad, it's just that I'm just too good.
Oh, frick. Oh, frick.
And again, wow.
Yeah. These sound like good vicious mockery quotes, don't they?
There.
Yes, they do.
There we go. Okay. Been deducted. Jeweler's kit is now part of my kit.
Yep.
I think that would be funny. It's like vicious mockery is cast, and it's instead of it being completely verbal, it's the guy also like the bard casting it pulls out a book and says, "Let's see. Oh, this is your yearbook, right? Oh, I found your picture. It says, not likely to succeed."
You want to insult him, not murder him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Vicious mockery, it's both.
Yeah, kinda, I guess.
Yeah, I would assume that would be probably what he would need due to the fact that he's trying to make like an actual dice set. Like I assume that he's trying to make something similar to the dice I went posted, and basically like a few weeks ago in voice text. It's just that like the D6 there would be loaded. That's what I'm assuming is going on. Man.
So, oh, and obviously, since I already have all the equipment, I'm gonna have one pair of loaded dice and one pair of normal dice.
I was assuming you need to rebuy the resin, and I assumed that there was like enough resin for like one, maybe two.
Are you sure? For 3 gold's worth of resin, and the fact that dice are so tiny, I feel like that one should be enough for 4 dice, no problem.
Yeah, but it's also a more medieval thing, so you have to go and like reason about how hard would it be to go and like get the actual resin. And
That raises a good question, though. How much? I'm getting bogged down in logistics. Fine. Additional 2 gold to finish up that.
fair enough. Yeah, I think that was 2 gold for the resin.
Yep. Okay. There. Pair of loaded dice and a pair of normal dice. So then, when they say, "Let me see those dice," sleight of hands, swap it to normal dice.
Rolls in that one.
Oh, that's why I'll have
Exactly.
to do it.
accidentally drops both sets if they nat one.
I'm just gonna assume that's a dice set, actually.
All right, guys, we're one step closer to starting our gambler's den.
Yes, that would be true. He could go and
You
find
mean
trees
you
of
are?
chaos.
Out of curiosity, do I have a proficiency in any kind of like dice or anything? I don't. That's unfortunate.
You do have proficiency in thieves and disguise kits.
Yes, but I don't have proficiency in what I was hoping for. You know, something like cards or dice or whatever.
You try to do that
You
over
know,
10
that kind of thing.
weeks.
What?
10 weeks of downtime, yeah. That would let you get the tool proficiency. And also for
And how many
reference,
sessions
Crafter,
would that be?
depends on how many weeks you advance at once. But Crafter, as you're doing that, the normal person also walks in and takes their normal place around, is behind the counter.
I say, welcome back, dude. How goes it?
He goes and looks side eyes you and says, "Fine."
Cool. Anyway, don't mind me. I'm just making some totally legitimate dice.
So what are you all doing now?
Well, I make small talk with the guy because since I'm using his infrastructure, I'm trying to play it nice and cool.
Anybody else? Because this would be right after you guys did the second short rest.
Let me out.
No, we won't.
I'm just gonna, just for laughs, give Wretched a cake and say, "Don't worry, there's a file in there," but there's no file in there.
Or no, there is a file, but it's his police file.
Yeah, sure, we can go with that, but I'll persuade him to take it.
Damn it.
You can go and just like choose to fail Wretched, or you can roll an insight to counter.
Or you guys could gather up some more resources. We would... Ha!
Damn.
So you don't believe him? Do you just accept the cake anyway?
It's free food.
Okay.
Better than fish.
Wow.
I just go, since I don't know that he didn't believe me, I just go, "Enjoy," wink. Of course, he doesn't hear that. He hears ribbit, wink.
True!
True!
Actually, he doesn't even know that there's a pilot
Oh,
in
wait,
there.
thieves can't.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, thieves can't. I can use thieves can't with him.
No, I just
Oh,
I
true.
just use I just say ribbit back to him. Ribbit.
Technically, Squishing would not be able to do it because the issue with Frog right now is he doesn't actually know any other language. He barely knows Thieves Can't.
Yeah. The only reason I understand what some people are saying is because of the helm that me and the other person would be wearing.
Yeah. And so he's basically just hearing a lot of other people as like in Grung, basically. So it's not that they can speak Grung, it's not that he can speak Common. It's just that whenever somebody else does understand him, it's either A, he's communicating with Thieves Can't and they know Thieves Can't, or B, they've used the helmet and so therefore they're hearing him in Common.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this case, thieves can.
Yeah.
Okay, stop that. Help.
Again, let me out.
No.
I just say in thieves can't to him, no. By just shaking my head. That's my thieves can't for no.
We could gather up some herbs.
In this case, I would say no, because the Eye of Mara basically just like takes the processing of the like the language processing circuit and just applies it to your brain, so you just understand it as common. But he doesn't actually. But he's not saying it in common.
Hmm.
And it's just that your brain understands it in the same way that his brain would understand it.
Yeah. We tried that, Owl. It didn't work.
Yeah. Dude,
Anyway,
you guys should go to the bar.
To the bar? Oh yeah, that's right. I would know that. All right. My character would know that. I just motioned to everybody but Wretched follow me with my frog-like hand. Just motioning to follow me.
I say
I
over
lead
the
them to the
comms.
bar.
Hey, are there saltwater frogs? Because I saw that frog in the ocean, and it's pretty salty, and I thought that wasn't possible. Is he like some kind of saltwater variant?
No, we determined. Gordon determined that in this case, doesn't matter if it's fresh water, salt water. I'm going to be able to hydrate.
Dang, that's a superpower. I mean, like the mucus skin is like one of its most vulnerable things, and now it's a resistant barrier. Nice.
And I will answer Owl's
Anyway.
question. I will give you inspiration for that, actually. Owl, that is a very good idea, and yes, that would actually work.
What is it?
To have you go and say it normally, and then use the eye to say, to say it again, basically, in a way that he would understand it.
Also, can someone invite me to the bar? Otherwise, I'm just gonna hang out at the blacksmith.
I motioned to you while
I was at the
going
blacksmith,
out.
though.
Yeah, he was
I
not
went
there.
out. I know. I'm gonna pretend that I had gone out, went down to the blacksmith, motioned to him as well, and then went to the bar.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
cool.
that's
All
what I'm saying.
All right.
And I sat down at one of the tables.
And I sat down on this other table, looking right at you, real like, fish today is catching. Might do more.
Anybody else? Okay, so are you all just like oriented that way, or what?
Yeah, we're facing the frog dude. I'm all like, okay, frog dude, what's the plan?
You're not at the same table. You would be yelling across the room at that point.
Yes, it's a power move.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit there quiet and wait.
Fine. I vault over the table.
You would know how to call her over, because it would be a specific way to call her over.
Oh. Then I call her over in the way that I'm supposed to, because I don't know what that, like, I personally as the player don't know what that would be.
She sees it, and I will note this because it is important. She walks over.
Okay.
Any response?
I say, hey, how goes it?
I'm just gonna sit there quietly and wait, because obviously I'm not gonna be able to be understood anyway. So,
well, but I have Mr. Teeth with the hat right here.
Next. Yeah, but she's not gonna understand me if you guys are wearing the hat and she hasn't cast a spell.
Well, you would say something. Mr. Teeth would translate it, and then I'd translate to the person.
So
yeah,
there's no response even for her walking right up next to you, Joker.
I mean, I just look at her and go, and I blush, because reasons.
Okay.
And I look down.
How would a blushing frog look? Would it still be red? A different shade of green?
I'm green, but the blush would be red. Yeah.
That would make brown. Ew.
And upon you looking down, she immediately just punches you for 14.
Oh, dang.
Why? Why'd she punch me?
And she responds to Kratos saying, fine.
Oh.
What? I said fine?
No, she says fine.
Oh. Wait, you punched the frog because I said, how you doing?
No, for other reasons.
Okay.
I don't remember what
I'm
the
just
reason
looking
is,
baffled between the two of you. I'm all like, do you two know each other?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to tell it to someone, I'm all ears, but I will otherwise consider this between you two.
Wait, would I be able to communicate with her at all?
No. She also goes and says, "So, what's your guys' order?"
I'll. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna ask for them to order for me when I tell them I'd like whatever the special is for today.
Mr. Teeth, with my voice, says, he'd like the special.
Okay. Anything else for you?
Tartar sauce. I'm gonna catch some more fish today, and I'm gonna eat good tonight.
I just glare at him like as if to say, I'm still watching you.
Excellent. I love attentive party members.
She goes and says,
Not what I mean.
She says, 5 gold for you, 100 for you.
Who's the one who is
5 gold for Crafter, 100 for you, Joker.
Why 100?
Why 5 for tartar sauce? I feel like that should be a gold tops.
That's the amount she said.
Inflation.
Wait.
Fine,
I'd like
pay
to
the
roll
100.
perception to see if that's the price indicated on the thing, or she just doesn't like us.
You
I'm
roll
gonna
insight
pay the
actually
100
more for
anyway.
that.
I'm paying the 100 anyway. It's whatever.
Oh, okay.
Why?
You can tell that she probably has something against you because that seems quite high, actually.
All right, and with that, I'd like to roll persuasion to see if I can't get some more understanding. Now, look, I understand that you two seem to have some history, but must you show antagonism towards a customer who just ran into this individual today? Surely we can be on amenable standing.
I just look up at him and just go like, I look up at Crafter and just shake my head vigorously, trying to say, "Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! Not worth it."
Nice.
She goes and says, "It's been brought to my attention, and that legally speaking, and if people say piss off this dragon, we can charge them however we feel like."
Hold up! What dragon?
And I just nod my head in agreement.
What dragon specifically?
What other dragon would it be referring to with this town?
Well, there's actually been 3 thus far. One, this weird crab thing that claims it's a crab, but it's actually a dragon.
You've not actually heard it say that it's a crab. It's just been essentially like in crab form. It's never claimed
yeah.
You
It's
never
a
heard
dragon in crab form. Plus, it wants to be a crab. So I'm going to say that it just wants to be a crab. The underwater dragon, who doesn't like it when people go into their caves. And then finally the air show dragon, who did not tell us that they were doing an air show, and things got a little iffy.
I'm just gonna face palm myself with my webbed hand.
She goes and says, for the most part, we assume that all of those are the same dragon. And either way...
All of them?
Indeed. And either way, pissing it off is good enough reason for us to not like you.
Hold up. Each form was the same dragon, but the dragon in the air show and the dragon in the sea cave looked entirely different.
No.
Who says that you encountered the actual dragon in the cave? The dragon does have of other dragons that it cares for. But all would be equally protected, or equally concerning for us.
I see. And I feel like that the several of those could have been prevented through adequate amount of, hey, heads up, there's going to be an air show. There was like no signage. There was no stay out in front of that cave. We thought it was just a normal cave. we were just as surprised as anyone to find a dragon there. And then the whole air show thing. I feel like with an air show there should be flyers.
I don't actually advertise the air show. Especially me. I'm with the dragon and usually doesn't care to advertise it. As for the cave system, I am sure you could have gotten an alert from your boss that the cave is for the dragon. And
you think that, but our boss didn't even tell us about the air show, and then blamed us that she didn't give us any intel when we're new to the town. So your exasperation is just as strong as mine.
I'll be real. I never heard. Yeah, like going back to the footage, I never actually saw you guys ask Mara for like any information about this. I could be wrong. That I just missed it though. So I'm not gonna fully say that you didn't.
I get that, and it's just that's a good way to endear this tavern person to our cause, because like sure what we did might have been morally bad, but the fact that we didn't know and travelers just trying to do good, it shows that we were just in bad circumstances.
She goes and says like, I know the police chief. This doesn't sound like her, but obviously, seeing as how I was not there for some of your conversations, I can't exactly say that I have any proof otherwise.
Well, fortunately, I think the fact that we're not locked up is heavily in our favor. If we were warned and we did do those things, we'd totally be in a prison, like some other individuals that will remain nameless.
Just simply because you're locked up doesn't mean you didn't do any of those things.
Perception would beg to differ.
Also,
like if you see someone in chains in a courtroom, they are significantly more likely to be persecuted.
Also, what was that, Wretched?
Hey, why am I being summoned? Why am I being what? I wasn't paying attention.
You're not being summoned. You're just being mentioned.
Yeah,
mentioned. I mean, not mentioned. You weren't being mentioned. Yes.
I think how Jess just over here at a different table while all this is going on.
Just like when they did their play, I do not associate with these people.
I'm also on a different game.
Well, so to wrap everything up, your anger is justified. I just ask for the benefit of the doubt until we see more solid, concrete evidence.
She goes and says, "Hey, where's all of the crabs?"
What? Well, first off, those crabs were caught outside of town, so completely legal.
We're not saying they broke any laws, but the fact that you're a crab merchant is enough to be suspicious and disliked by our dragon.
For the record, the guise of a dragon disguised as a crab is a unique set of circumstances. So yeah, that I said my piece. So I will pass on the tartar sauce. However, 5 gold for a tiny cup, I'm good.
Who said it was a tiny cup?
Fair.
The volume might be in question, but still, yeah, 5 gold, way too much. I'll make my own tartar sauce.
It was a whole barrel.
If it was a whole barrel, then maybe.
Fair.
Which I highly doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I highly doubt that's what it was, but it was probably like a large bottle or something like that. I don't know.
And then actually she goes and says, "Anything else?"
I shake my head, no.
Carter, do you have anything else to add to the order? Did you scratch off the tartar sauce?
Oh no. I'm just here to for a conversation. I'll make my own food with fishing.
Then she has taken the 100 gold from Joker, and you
Yep.
both see her dance away after that.
She seemed pretty upbeat considering the heaviness of our conversation. Anything you'd like to express?
Who, me?
Sorry, I still haven't learned your name yet. The frog guy.
Rogue.
Rogue. Oh, okay, cool. Then I do know your name.
Yeah.
No,
I
because
mean-
it's a play on frog and rogue, because that's
No,
the
I
other
approve.
half
I
of
approve.
me.
So,
Yeah.
Rogue, anything you'd like to convey after that interesting event?
I mean,
Sorry,
you
I was
would
laughing
also
at what
happily
Al just
dance
put.
away if you ridiculously upcharge someone.
True.
I just look at him and through Mr. Teeth I tell him, you are an idiot.
Hey, I'm not the one paying 100 gold for a meal, so guess idiot knows idiot.
Not really. If you knew why I did it, you'd understand.
Probably.
You don't mess with the tavern owner.
Fortunately, no one here has been messing. If anything, the tavern owner has been messing with you.
No.
Yes,
you don't
got
understand.
punched.
You don't understand. If I were to try to retaliate, she would murder me.
That is likely.
You don't mess with the tavern owner here. That is known knowledge in this town. Don't.
Yeah, messing with any tavern owner is a bad idea. It's like burning your bridges and you won't be able to come back.
It's more than that here.
Okay.
David, you're not that wrong, Owl. 100 gold as a flirt is indeed wild.
Yes, but I was only blushing because, of knowledge that I would only have.
Sure.
That I cannot say.
Well, technically you can say it, it's just that the other people are not allowed to act on it.
What?
It's sort of like a promise not to do anything about it, but here's what happened.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about what Owl just put.
I mean, Owl, you want to be on the map or something? Like on the table or something?
Anyway. Fine, I'll just let him know that, like, I'll say it as in-game knowledge as the character. I'll be like, you haven't heard about the town's wife? I whisper it though, because obviously that's something that I'm not supposed to say out loud.
Oh no, the town will usually go and say that to repeat visitors, actually.
Okay. But
well,
like,
this is actually the first I've heard of it.
Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum.
I just go and look around and be like, haven't you seen her beauty? Haven't you seen how she takes care of us?
Nope.
You clearly haven't been here long enough.
Nope, I'm relatively new. Hence the whole friction between the local populace and my party at the moment. Well, our party, I guess.
If you stay long enough, you'll understand. But if you stay on the good side of her.
Since you did pay for the drink, she does return after a bit and places in front of you this purplish style shot glass with a dragon head on it. And the drink does appear to be a little bit more of the purplish color.
Wait, I had ordered the special as in food. That's what I had ordered. Not a drink.
I think she's messing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be surprising.
I mean, I'd still accept the drink if she's offering it, but that's not what I had ordered.
I wait until her back is turned, and then I
surcharge
take a
on the bill.
whiff of the drink to make sure it's not poisoned. Just smell.
I snatch it back from him before he can do so because it's not his business.
Oh no, I don't take it. I just like lean forward and go.
Fine, then I'm pushing you back because it's not your business. Whether she poisoned it or not is irrelevant.
I think it's very relevant if you're poisoned.
No, it's not. I'll tell you why. Hi, grung ability, poison immunity. I can handle it.
True.
That is a useful talent. So you will be the taste tester. Do you know what poison tastes
Yeah.
like?
Well, considering I'm immune to poison, probably not. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, if you're immune to it, that means you can drink it to know how it tastes.
So wait, that
Also-
raises a good question.
Fair.
At what point does a
fair.
liquid become poison for you?
Yeah, that raises an
point.
interesting question, because by
That-
definition, alcohol is a poison. Does
That's
that mean
a
you
good
can't
point.
get drunk?
Hey, it doesn't.
That is a good truth. That is a point.
Well, he doesn't go get the
That is a
actual
good point.
effects of poison. He still can get drunk though.
Yeah.
Could you say drink wax?
No.
That's
Because
not technically a poison.
by the time it's down my throat, yeah, that'll solidify in my stomach. No.
So what you're saying is wax is poison for you. Got it.
No, I'm saying that wax is not drinkable.
If it's liquid, it is.
It would be stupid to drink it in the first place.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing science here.
No, we're not.
Yes.
Yeah, basically
Oh, yeah, no,
poisons are kind of like the truth serum, for example.
Yeah.
You're not doing science because you don't write down the results. It's
Good
fooling
point. It's a
around.
good thing I have ink and parchment, so I can write down the results. Let's do this. All right, let's see what I got in my inventory. Anything that might be
No,
poison.
I am not. I am not consuming anything from your inventory. I tell.
Not even ink. Ink is
No.
a normal thing.
No.
Dang.
God, no.
No, resin would be a bad idea. Let's see.
Not
Yeah.
drinking anything from your inventory. I already said that. Anyway, I pick up the glass, I guess, that she gave me, and I start drinking.
All right, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution. Where
spit
are
out
you?
blood and I'm like, so it's not poison.
Hey, dirty 20. Let's go.
You don't seem at all like even buzzed, but you can tell that that's some very strong stuff. And it tasted a little bit like a grape with a hint of with the smell seemingly more of lavender.
I just cough after taking a drink and go, that's the good stuff.
And he's a lightweight.
No, it's not. No, I'm not, because I'm not drunk. I'm not even tipsy.
Yet.
That's what Gordon just said.
Yeah.
I'm just responding to the fact that it's supposed to be hard stuff, but I'm apparently fine.
Not with the hit, but like delayed Black's fireball. 2 hours later, he's wasted in a corner.
But no, and then I offer some to Crafter, saying, "You want to try? Pretty good."
I'm
I
good,
assume
but
you
I'll take a-
drink it actually, like just entirely because it was a
Oh
shot.
Oh, well, okay, fine. Then yes,
Oh,
I
it
drink
was a
it all.
shot? Oh, okay.
Never
I was
mind.
thinking a beer mug.
No,
Well,
it
you do
was a
get to
shot,
keep the
apparently.
glass as well.
What?
You do get to keep the glass, so you have so in your inventory you just have a dragon shot glass.
Oh, cool.
Neat.
Anyone have an appraise skill? I wonder how much that would cost.
I quickly pocket it, saying no.
No, you don't have an appraise skill, or no, you don't want to check its price.
I say no. This is my keepsakes. Leave me alone.
Well, you're keeping it for goodness sake, so yes.
I will murder you in cold blood.
I mean, you are a frog, so I think there's only that way. So I'd rather you didn't.
And for reference, the value of the glass would probably be about, like, I would say 10 gold.
Oh dang, that's a very expensive shot glass.
And I'm not getting rid of it. Nice
Okay.
try.
What? No, I didn't even say get rid of it. You're the one that said something about getting rid of it.
I did not.
All right. It's okay. No one's gonna touch your glass.
Could clean it though.
Yeah, that is true. It could use some cleaning.
I will clean it myself. Leave me alone.
What? You invited me out to the bar. This is social interaction right now.
I invited you because there might have been an event going on today that I wanted you to see.
Yep. I saw you get punch and we both got to interact with the bartender. So
Not that kind of event, idiot.
I mean, you keep saying idiot, but you're the one that got punched, so I don't know what to tell you.
You know,
I took the punch. I took the punch for a reason. That does not
Yes.
make me an idiot.
No, I never said did.
Then why are you implying that I'm the idiot?
Only idiots say other people are idiots.
Wrong.
God, I need some
Anyway.
popcorn for this.
How high is your wisdom? No, that's too meta. That's too meta. Never mind. In any case,
Well, do you actually go and just like do the call for the bartender, Justin, to go and get like a hot cocoa?
Nah. I need money to keep Wretched alive against his will. Maybe I should become a necromancer next.
I mean, not everyone's into neck stuff, but you do you.
Combine that with a bag of hoarding and some fabrication skills, and I have an infinitely renewable source of armor for my undead. Warhammer style.
Considering our level, a necromancer would be really strong.
I think I need to write this idea down.
And for reference,
That's too good. That's too good to pass on it.
for reference, it would actually be 150 USD in this case. There's a 15 Electrum would actually be 15 USD.
Yeah. So in short, my shot glass has the equivalent of $1,500 value.
Very expensive.
Yes.
So, to get back on track, what
Is it
events were
carved
you
out of a
anticipating?
single diamond?
Anyway, what were you saying, Crafter?
I was asking you, what event were you anticipating here in the tavern?
You just saw it. The dancing.
Oh, her happy?
No, she did. Like each time that she, like she basically walked to you guys each time, and then after that, like upon leaving, she was dancing away.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I like seeing people happy as the next person. I'm just surprised that you thought to share it with me. I appreciate it, man.
I'm surprised that the rogue knows happiness.
Shut up.
Well, to be fair, she was dancing to the other tables as well. It's just
Yeah.
your table in particular that she went and like walked to.
It's just a bit concerning. Some would consider the extreme mood swings like that to be bipolar, but
In this case, it's more about like the reason.
what, being paid?
Accurate. Accurate. That and watching stupid people do stupid stuff while eating a popcorn fly bucket.
Ah. Oh, actually, that raises a good question. Hey, Mr. Frog, what is your profession?
My what?
Profession. What do you do for a living? What gives you passion to live every day to its fullest?
That is the dumbest question I've ever heard. I'm a cop like you.
What? That's your main thing? Look! I gesture towards my open pack. I do a little bit of jewelry. I do a little bit of herbalism. I do a little bit of that kind of stuff. The cop thing is kind of just
He's
like
a professional fisherman.
So,
Yes,
Al,
I am not.
is the stuff in chat just like you commenting on things, or are you actually like able to play now? Okay, fair enough. I wanted to make sure whether or not I need to add you to the map or not.
But no, I just turn to him and I look at him and say, "You don't want to know what my hobbies are.
well,
They're contradictory to my profession."
Ah, fair enough, Al.
What, like a rogue?
No, I'm not going to tell you
Okay.
because it would be contradictory to my profession, as in
Okay.
being a cop.
Okay.
Arsonist.
Shush.
I mean, if you were
Don't
a rogue,
ask
you're
me,
doing a
you're-
really bad job. It's all about misdirection. You say you do one thing, and then you do slightly another. Something just close enough to the truth for plausible deniability, and then something else. Right now, you're just being vague and making me curious as to what it actually is. That being said, I know better than to snoop in other people's business. So when you're ready to tell me, I'll be here to lend a friendly ear.
That readiness will never happen.
I mean, the readiness is a current state of being, so currently I am.
And for me, I will never tell you, so you don't have to be ready for anything.
Life is varied and different. Never say never, for that just tempts fate to make it happen.
Try me.
Okay.
Also, to the person who said what they said, you are in a jail cell. But out.
Is he might be saying it over the comms.
Yeah, true. He could
In
say
which
it
case-
over the comments. Yeah.
In which case, he needs to shut up.
But what if at this point the jail cell is just his primary residence?
It
Or maybe it's your
is.
metaphor for how we live our lives.
If you're bored, enjoy your cake. There's something in there.
No, there isn't. I know there's nothing.
Try looking inside. Hint,
I ate
hint.
a cake.
Did
I
you
already
eat the
ate
whole
cake.
thing?
Yes.
You ate what was inside the cake then. You idiot.
Hopefully he has poison resistance.
I don't think he does.
Ideally, the fire comes out in one piece.
Mario also goes says, "Don't worry.
Ew.
I've sent it, and I've sent the information that the file needs to be reprinted already."
Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Yes, the cake is a lie. I know.
Cake is
No, the
always a
cake
lie.
wasn't a lie. The ingredients was a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, there was also when you got down to the bottom of the cake, wretched, the cake also tasted slightly papery.
Yes.
It's fine.
He can use the extra fiber. This session just turned into Monty Python.
It's always Monty Python. What do you mean?
Mm-hmm. derailment after side quest after remembering the objective and then giving up halfway and doing something else.
I
If
mean,
your
playing on
attention,
VR,
yes, and that's how ADHD and D was born.
So,
Yeah.
quick question, Mr. Frog. How many kidneys you got?
No.
Why would I tell you that?
I mean, why wouldn't you tell me that?
We're not going to steal them.
What?
I
I
am
didn't
not
say anything
telling
about
you about my anatomy. Goodbye.
stealing. Okay. Are you going to a different table, or am I going to a different table?
Yes.
Now
I
everyone
switched
is at a
tables.
different table.
Yes.
And Wretched's
I
still
switched tables
arrested.
because I'm done with him.
Fine, I go back to
Yes.
the other table and I say, like, he ruined my perfectly good joke. I asked him how many kidneys he has, and he was supposed to say 2. And I was all like, no. Technically, when you were born, you had 4. But now that you're an adult, 2 of those kidneys became adult knees.
I'm glad I didn't do that. I'm glad I did not fall for that.
It hurts. How much psychic damage do I take?
Hey, Crafter, roll 1d4.
I should have asked.
Crafter, if you can see what my avatar is doing,
You take 9 psychic damage.
Crafter, if you can see what my avatar in the VR chat is doing, it'll be giving you the middle finger right now for that joke alone.
At this point, I'm starting to think I should multi-class as a bard.
Oh yeah, that was a vicious mockery on accident.
But yeah,
Oh god.
I am so glad I didn't play into that.
So,
That was horrible.
So which I see him, wincing pain. I'm all like, oh, are you okay? Is it your left or right hemisphere right now?
I will not answer.
Well, here's hoping that it was just the left hemisphere, so that way you're all right.
Stop while you got a pancreas. Because I will stab it.
I hate it here.
You're a totally
So do I.
And I still hate it.
Well, technically, he can still hate where he is. Doesn't
Sure,
mean he's
he's
getting
in
out.
just also.
I wanted to slap him, but you can join if you want.
Yes, the only way you can slap me is if you are actually in game. That's them the rules.
Then I
Well-
just slap you twice.
I mean, yeah,
You're not wrong.
you can try to slap it twice, Justin. This doesn't say you can't. Just roll strength.
How that plays out is the question.
Just roll strength and try to break his AC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, how bad can it go? Worst case, I break my hand.
Just keep stacking on that
Actually-
damage.
Actually, I think that's... Does that hit him?
Yes,
My
that
AC
hits.
Yeah, that hits.
Well, he's not scattered for 2 damage. Do you want to do a second slap?
Nah, one is enough. I hope you learned this lesson.
He's never learned his lesson.
So long as I have a pun to make, a point will be made.
I'd like to roll stealth and sneak up on him and stab him in the kidney.
Sure.
Overkill.
Sure, roll your sub there, Joker.
Okay.
For the record, though, that kind of stuff will get you locked up like Wretched.
Meh.
And then roll your to hit.
I've done worse. Roll to my hit. Roll
Yep,
to
roll your
hit with the
such as,
dagger.
like with the dagger.
Okay. I don't think that's gonna hit.
It does hit, actually.
It does? Holy crap! What is
Crafter,
that?
Actually,
roll
isn't my armor? I thought if it met the armor class, it went to the person who's defending, right? Or is it to the
Nope.
attacker?
Nope, it actually goes to the attacker. Roll a perception, though.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Perception.
Come here, you damn fish.
I was wondering when you were going to do that.
Yeah.
Don't mind me.
Ah, there you are.
Damn
Oh,
it!
I
He saw me
a
coming.
mile away.
Yay! You still broke your AC. You still broke his AC though, so he just takes 4 rather than the sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
I exclaimed,
I
"What
just.
are you
I just
doing, you
stabbed him.
maniac? We're in a tavern." And he just said, "Don't mess with the tavern keeper."
I didn't mess with the tavern keeper. I messed with you.
Yeah, in their tavern.
That doesn't make it the tavern keeper being messed with.
Let's ask her. You're getting blood all over his stuff. Hey, does
It
this
can be
bother
clean.
you? I shout across the tables.
I'm freaking outside, but I don't mind it.
What? No, she's going to leave.
Wow.
Yeah, just clean it up.
I just say my frog speech because she can't speak it. I just go okay, but I just put a thumbs up to also say okay. And I then cut off a part of his cloak and start wiping up the blood.
Guess I cast Cure Wounds on him, considering there was a knife in his kidney.
I would say more in his side, but yeah, you can go rogue cure. Yeah.
That was with wisdom.
Just so you know, I'm not actually trying to be mean there, Crafter. I was just doing a bit.
Nonsense! Retaliation! And the form of legal pursuits. To the police station.
Let's make sure it's enough. And you know you need to be in touching range for Cure Wounds.
Yeah,
It's a
you
flesh
kind of
wound.
do.
Justice waits for no man.
Are you totally
you have
sure
one
you
kidney
did insult him?
left.
Yeah.
Yep. To the.
Yep.
I'd like to report and press charges. I've been stabbed.
By who?
It wasn't me this time.
Guess.
Are you sure?
Guess I follow him and try it again.
I'm gonna go and turn myself in, so he can't really do much about I'm gonna just go in and say yes, I stabbed him. So what? He was making bad jokes, so he deserved it.
And then I tried to persuade. I was just minding my own business on my own table, and then was snuck up on and attacked in broad day. Well, it was morning earlier, so yeah, broad daylight, and in the tavern area, and he didn't even clean up his mess. The tavern keeper
There's a
was
witness.
most displeased.
There's a witness right here. Try again.
What? What are you talking about?
I asked Wretched to translate to Justin's helm right now. Since I can do Thieves' Cant with Wretched, I just go, can you ask Justin to recount what Crafter had said before I stabbed him?
I mean, out of the jail, son, you got a deal.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of like the only way that he would know what you were saying is if I controlled Mr. Teeth to say what you were saying.
No, he knows Thieves' Cant.
I repeat. So. Yeah, Wretched knows Thieves' Cant, and I do too.
So in other words, he can. Gotcha.
Yeah. Wretched is the one person that Joker can't actually communicate with without issue.
Yeah. And also, case in point, bad jokes.
I hate that joke.
Yeah, but it doesn't subtract from the truth.
Yeah, but you're trying to obstruct the truth, which is because you're trying to act all innocent when you really were making bad jokes, hence why I stabbed you. You're trying to make it look like you were doing nothing.
I'd be surprised if there's a statute that specifically allows attempted murder through bad jokes.
I don't care about that. I care about you.
She points it's over at Kat and says, he's right, unless you're a bard. which then therefore it is still attempted murder.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like to press charges.
I will gladly take those charges because I'd rather be locked away than deal with you and your bad jokes.
Sounds like a you problem.
Not
Exactly.
necessarily.
That's why it's illegal for bards to go do bad puns, because then people might be taking vicious mockery damage.
Mm-hmm.
Took it without him being a bard.
Yeah, so you could have applied charges for physical damage or for emotional damage.
I also gave him physical damage, so
Yeah, but one good punch deserves a little bit of psychic damage. I think between you and I, we're fine. My issue's with the knife in the gut.
So 4 points of damage compared to what you could have done to us with psychic damage.
Technically, with Justin, yeah, he took 2 damage. Well, Crafter took 2 damage rather than like.
No, I'm talking about the knife. The knife was 4 damage. Remember?
Yeah. But Justin
And
still
yet,
took 9.
how much psychic damage did we take from Crafter's bad joke?
You
For the
took
record,
9.
that was more of a-
Justin
more
took
of a-
9.
And that was more of a bit because I'm not even a bard. I'm a warlock.
I was also doing a bit.
I don't know. A knife in my gut seems pretty real.
he gets you to full life again. At least something. Maybe that kidney is where it should be, without a hole.
Yeah, true. You are at 57, and because I will go confirm that like 70 will fully yield you.
Yeah. And to be fair, you have more health than I do.
Again, sounds like a you problem.
Not necessarily. Anyway,
So
I'm just gonna put my frog hands out and say, just cuff me and get me.
I say, wait a minute. This raises a good question. Does the mucus on his arms just allow him to slip right through the cuffs, or is there something magical about the cuffs themselves?
I look directly at him and say, "You think I want to escape?"
No,
this
I don't
depends
want
on
to
whether
deal
he
with
wants
your
to
joke.
settle.
no. In this case, it's more a question of logistics and capability. Like, are these magic cuffs or regular cuffs?
They are
I
magical,
don't think-
for reference. She also
Yes,
does
and that-
say, like, you guys can just settle it if you want.
That's a good point.
I'd rather just go to jail. Thank you.
and a fine.
No fine, just jail.
No,
I will gladly. I
it
will
was fine,
gladly.
so it's fine.
Yeah,
I will
you are
gladly-
fine.
Gladly. Yes, I'm fine. Anyway, I will gladly take the jail time. Anything, because ultimately, it'll keep me away from your bad jokes.
I work here.
What it actually does is makes him unable to run away from his bad jokes.
Exactly.
I will throw pebbles at him if he tries.
You'd be behind a bar. I could be around the corner.
I will still cover my ears. Well, my lack thereof ears.
Well, then I'll just wait till you're asleep, and then it'll be subliminal jokes.
You go over the eye, and he can't mute that.
Also, Mr.
I
T
can always-
go invisible, and I can speak through him.
I can also mute the eye, and I can also just ignore. At least I think I can mute the eye, right?
That's actually a good question. I turn to the police chief. Police chief, are individuals able to mute the eye's effects?
I would lean towards no, but that is also a very good question. We've never really established whether or not you could actually block access via the eye.
Oh,
I know
dang.
if you
Well, no,
do,
I'm talking about like, you know how like if you're in a covert situation and someone's still trying to you, but you're like literally right in a situation where you need to be quiet, and if people hear it,
yeah.
you're screwed. Like,
For
one wrong
reference, the
move could
eye is
ruin
just
that.
like all like internal. So like it doesn't
Fair.
like you basically just like get the digital thing. So it's kind of like me right now, where like I'm hearing all of you all, but like nobody else around me is hearing you. So it's kind
Fair
of
enough, but at the
comes
same
like
time,
that.
I still. Well, I'm still thinking, because say someone was talking to the person who is in that hypothetical situation. I mean, example, and the person who is in that covert situation is trying to, hey, shut up, and eventually it gets to them and they accidentally say loud. Yes, that's more on them, but at the same time, it was provoked. And it ruins the situation.
I would say
So
if we are
probably
not really
smart.
needing to act on it, then I would say let's come back to that later.
Fair. I still think that muting it for a certain reason is a good idea, but
Yeah.
I feel like that you would need the spell, the AOE spell mute, or what is it? Silence. Yeah, silence.
I mean, I know that anti-magic field would stop it because it does kind of use magic to send the messages. But like, I'm not sure about would it actually be like Discord, because I know that Discord, for example, actually has a mute button. So like, there's cases to be made for it to be like able to deafen you, and also like reasons why you would not be able to do it. It just kind of depends about like how would that go, and that's why I would say I would come back to it later, just so that we can move on if it's not really actually important, but we still want to do something else.
Right.
Well,
I'm still saying I'll take the jail time over anything else.
Okay.
Okay, I would say that would probably be about like I'd say a day probably.
All right, I'm in jail.
That's a short sentence for attempted murder.
Indeed. I feel
No,
like
it's actually
I think.
Yeah, it would basically be more assault rather than attempted murder.
And besides, I think I got off with good behavior because I turned myself in anyway.
No, it's just so you got charged for assault rather than like actually anything else.
I'm still surprised that there's no fine, but if he says he's fine, then I guess we're all fine.
So anything else? And Wretched, don't you dare say like you need to be murdered.
Aww.
Yes, I have more than enough spell slots to stop you from dying.
And after a long rest, you can go and very much make sure he can't die.
I can only do it once, then I'm broke. Almost twice. I think 40 are missing.
Also, I have a question.
What?
Why is there a magic bubble around Mara that just spins? He's like,
what do you mean?
You don't see it?
No.
No.
Hold on. Let me screenshot.
No,
now we see it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just continuously doing that. But no, not that. This. The purple stuff.
I don't see the thing there.
Is Joker going insane?
No, I just showed physical proof that it is there.
I see it on that. That's not really anything that we see. I know that was done like earlier, but I don't know about whether or not it's. I don't know why it would still be going for you.
Maybe it's glitching.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah, I think if we like refreshed the site, everyone would see it.
No, I wouldn't say that it would be a refresh from the site.
I can't refresh because I'm not on the site, as in the browser. I'm on the Discord integrated Roll20.
Yeah.
So I can't refresh. I'd have to close the app and then log back in. and I'm not doing that.
Just refreshed and I still
I'm
don't see it.
viewing my screens through the VR headset.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we gotta
Why?
stay fresh though.
I hate that. God
Hmm.
damn it. Right, guys. On that note, this will be a good point to end for me, I think.
Agreed. I both made a teammate and locked up a teammate. This has been a very productive.
And hurt the teammate with a joke.
It's been very
Yeah.
productive for you.
It was a very successful day, I must say. At least
Yeah.
for you.
So yeah, positives all around.
Yes, I got my drink and I got locked up, so I don't have to hear his bad jokes. Yay!
And you also got a dragon
Yeah,
shot
he
glass.
is bad jokes.
Yes, that too.
I hope you enjoy your dragon shot glass. It's nothing.
right.
It is just a pretty shot glass. That's it. Literally it.
Au revoir, Avida
That
Saint,
costs
and
a
Richie.
lot. Yes, take care, Wretched. Bye.
Needy,
Have a good night,
Wretched. Good.
But yeah,
I'm also heading out myself. I agree. This seems like a good spot. Have a good day.
that is
So,
true.
did you already do the dad joke of the day, or are you doing a different one?
I don't know.
We
if
already
one
had
joke
two.
after another. You sure you want one? All right.
No, I will
I
take the
would.
headphones off for it.
Well,
I will join on the fun.
okay.
No.
Well, actually, you do yours first. Then let's do it.
Oh God.
Ah, God. Where's my phone with the funny notes? Yes,
All
I
right,
have
well,
a
fine.
whole
While you're looking that up, I'll do mine. There's this guy who survived a very gruesome injury all on his left side of his body. Fortunately, today he's all right.
You've already technically done that joke.
Exactly. It was a rephrase on Hemisphere's brain.
Fair.
Uh,
How about yours, Justin?
I actually have a better one, but okay.
All right, you go
Until
and
you
do
say
yours
it, it
then.
doesn't exist.
Actually, it will. Because I'm about to tell you.
Go for it.
So, a woman who is pregnant gets shot, right?
Sad.
Okay.
No, just hear me out. She survives, okay?
Okay.
But she has triplets, okay?
Uh-huh.
And when they are born, each of them have a fragment of the bullet in. And about 10 years old, when all three of them are 10 years old, the one girl that came out first, she comes down one day and says to her mom, I just peed out a bullet fragment. And she goes, oh, well, I guess I have to tell you the story, because she never told them the story. And so she did. A couple months later, the second daughter, who was the second one to come out, she comes down and says, Mom, I just pissed out a bullet fragment too. She goes, I guess I gotta tell you the story. So she tells her the story. Finally, the last child, which was a boy, comes down and his mom goes, look, I already know what you're gonna say. You peed out. No, I was having a wink and I shot the dog.
Wow.
Sounds like he's experiencing a slight amount of mental issues through the blood poisoning.
Oh, God.
I guess he cocked it and it was loaded.
That was better than your original joke, I must admit.
Yeah, I would say so on that one. Yeah.
I have a poor one for y'all.
Go for it.
How did the barber win the race?
How?
He knew
Oh,
a
wait.
shortcut.
Yeah, I guess you could say he won by a hair.
Nah.
You need to make sure that hairline recedes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Mara's doing that for us
apologized
already.
for mine.
All right, go ahead, Justin.
Was technically already a pun in itself. I Buzz Aldrin, second man to step on the moon. Kneel before me.
Ah.
That was good. That was actually good.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Takes the crown.
Who was the person that? Who was the second person to step on the moon?
Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin. Okay, I
posted
like
it in
that
voice
one.
text.
That was good. That was
I posted it in voice text.
that was good. Like normally, no, but that was good.
Yes, that was
Doing it on Earth. You would Neil deGrasse.
Wrong Neil. Anyway.
All right.
All right. Also, give you a mic.
Okay, so I'm now a lot calmer about everything that went on in this session. And yeah, that's a bit. I also have Mage Hand up because I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, give my players a chance to screw something up, and they will. This time, I am not free from blame now. By technicality. So, why did Joker get punched? Well, basically it's just the usual thing. However, that said though, if you all recall back where she actually went and met with somebody, they did go and get told about the fact that with, for example, what Crafter wanted. That was actually about like one. Well, yeah, that would have been like maybe 1 or 5 or 1 gold, maybe like 5 I have Electrum or 5 I have like silver. Definitely was not going to be 5 gold. That was definitely an overcharge. Simply for the fact of, hey, by the way, I didn't even want you here in the first place. You either get out or you play by my rules, which includes paying whatever the heck I want you to pay. Because yes, there is no upper limit about what she can go and charge. That dragon shot glass, for example. Yeah, Joker paid 100 for it. That drink would probably have been more like about, I would say 20 gold. If she wanted to, because somebody pissed her off enough, she could charge like 5,000 plat for it. And honestly, it's not illegal. It's a massive upcharge, but like, you don't technically have to do it. So yeah, it is what it is. Now, I will say that what it would be illegal to do is to have the prices of food, or to instruct the prices of food to be like royally up, and then basically like not allow any type of hunting, basically. So like you can't go and like hunt any bears or things that might be around. You can't have rabbits that might be around. You can't go fishing for like actual fish, not just like doing this specific type of fish. Like you can't do crabs and stuff like that, because like it still is legal for her to block crabs. It still is legal for her to kind of like have a boatload of like upcharges on every single store in this town. Like that is not illegal at all. Now that said, it would be illegal if she banned like all types of fishing, basically. Because I wouldn't necessarily say that there's like really anything to hunt around here besides dragons, which are technically illegal to hunt anyway in this town. So yeah, basically she has to let people fish, because yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, Like, it may be unethical, but it's perfectly fine. And I will be real, they really decided to, for some unbeknownst reason, make it like their mission or something to piss off this dragon. I don't know why. I don't know about what they were trying to accomplish. But they succeeded in pissing off the dragon. So, mission accomplished, I guess? Like, it is what it is, and now she's evil. So, yeah, it's definitely a thing. Okay, so I do have 2 notes. It's about it, because I'm not really remembering anything else that happened in the session. I think that the main stuff that happened this session was, 1, the thing that started it, and then Wretched immediately going and trying to, for lack of a better term, be suicidal. So, yeah. That was the thing. I do have something else about that, in both parts. And I think that the, other main thing was the fact of, now everything is a lot more expensive. Because, who has not pissed off the dragon? In some capacity? Or another? Well, let's see. Brustro? Grog! Is there even anybody else left there? Nope. Technically Squishy. Oh, sorry, Thorpos. Yeah, it's like Brustro, Grog, and Thorpos. Those are the only 3 that have not pissed it off, technically. Thorpos, funny enough, is because as the NPC that she met that told her about the legality of what she did here, actually did say that it was indeed not Thorpos. Or at least that's like, okay, I'm going to assume that he's not wanting, well, that she's not wanting the material to just tell me about, like, hey, by the way, this person actually did do it, basically. Because, like, I assume that if she figured out that they were lying, that, yeah, well, she would probably be pissed off and definitely not do it, for reference. But it is what it is. So, yeah. However, what I will say is I have decided to figure out about the abilities, and I will add attunement to the eye. So, what does that mean? Well, at the end of a long rest, or short rest, I think. I think you can do it on either. I think it just requires a short rest, so you just have to spend an hour. Or you can do it within an hour. So, there's that. And with said thing, or with said attunement, and they do still get the abilities that they have. Those are non-attunement abilities. However, to block transmissions and stuff, which would basically be like, okay, so your eye will no longer send the video footage and stuff. It would no longer receive or do comms. It won't do, like, in order to block, in your sort of thing that you would normally do. Which, for reference, when you're doing this, it would also block you from being able to use your police badge. At least in the way that they typically do it. So, yeah. They would have to, like, before they do this type of mission, they would have to go and make sure that they got a physical badge. Because if they didn't have the physical badge, then they need to show it for some reason. Then, like, you kind of can't do that. And the reason why I say that would be attunement is part of the issue with the eye is the fact that it's not actually their eye. Like it's a different type of thing. Actually, I guess you can't really do that without actually going and doing it. So, yeah, I guess that they just have to deal with the fact that they have two different eyes. Eyes, basically, if they can want to make it do like complete stealth, basically, or a stealth mission to where like yeah, they have to be like using non-magical things basically, because otherwise they're going to be detected for reference. But yeah, it is what it is. Now, for Wretched, I have 2 notes with him. I'm gonna say the first thing. So, I'll probably get with him some point soon. When that actually is, what day that is, what time, I will be real, I have no idea. I have no idea about, like anything that's going to go on, or about when things are going to go on. However, that said though, I might just do it before we do the podcast type stuff tomorrow, because like we do have a plan to do it. So since we have a plan to do it, I might just learn there that like, yeah, there's a reason for me to apologize, but if you exercise in the next session, yeah, I'm going to introduce Wretched Florida by me killing them off. So he will get a character death. He got his characters introduced, and he'll get the character death he wants. Like he wants. However, neither one is going to go in the way that he wants. And by reference, by effect for reference, yeah, it's Pile of Ash. So let me see about the lowest level that you would have to have access to. Okay, so yeah, for reference, you would need True Resurrection. I don't say that you technically need Wish specifically for it. Now, I will say that technically Wish is probably a little bit easier to access, funny enough. But, like, you technically could do True Resurrection. If you really wanted to. And it should work. But I'm going to get into the issues and why you can't use Resurrection. So, the reason why you can't use Resurrection, or why I say you can't use Resurrection, is simply and solely for the fact that with Resurrection, it does say it closes all mortal runes and restores any missed by parts. It does not say that it provides, that it can provide a new body. Because, like, True Resurrection does say it closes all wounds, neutralizes any poisons, cures all disease, lifts all curses, and replaces damaged or missing organs and limbs. I wouldn't necessarily say that, I feel like providing a new body if the original no longer exists, as essentially, the fact that it says as if the original no longer exists as like the key part to it. If it said you can use it can provide a new body if it's not around, if the original is not around, or not within range, in which you must speak the creature's true name. If it was that, basically, where it doesn't technically say that the original no longer exists. It's just that it's not around. Then, like, yeah, I would say that being turned to ash, for example, would make it to where you could, in theory, use resurrection. But that said, it is a different thing. Like, if I recall correctly, Chell, funny enough, I think that at one point he did have 1,000, and so, like, by technicality, he actually did go and get to do, like, resurrection and just, like, restore his head, which is honestly kind of funny. But yeah, if I'm the one that is directly killing a character because I'm annoyed at what you're doing, because you're trying to switch to a certain character, so I'm just going to kill off that character you're trying to switch to, then, yeah, expect to need true resurrection. So basically, like, hey, by the way, with the character you're on, good luck trying to figure out in character. Keep in mind, it has to be in character because you have to speak in character the true name or the creature's name. So yeah, they can't just be like, they can't be like, oh, hey, yeah, we have no idea about who this character is. Or rather, they can't be just like, oh, hey, yeah, you introduced Wretched Florida. I know that's Wretched Florida. I'm going to murder them. Or I'm going to use True the Resurrection because I have 25,000 gold. Cool. Let me now use it. And now that it actually, like, now that I've said the spirituous name, yeah, totally it works, right? It's like, you would not know that character's name, actually. So therefore, that spell does not actually... Well, one, you cannot cast that spell. That's not a valid target. But, yeah. It is what it is. And keep in mind, the person casting it has to actually do it. Wait, you can use it as a druid? I didn't realize that druids also get access to True Resurrection. Like, I find it weird, though, that, like, clerics get both Resurrection and True Resurrection. But, like, there's a different class that gets both, basically. And it's, like, it's not the same one. Like, bards get Resurrection, and druids get True Resurrection. That's, alright. I don't know why, but, that's the thing, I guess. However, as you can tell that there is a mage hand thing up, I actually messed up with mage hand. So, yeah, here's the final line of text that for some reason during the session, I just didn't do it. Because, like, I actually looked over it and it's like, I was more wanting to see about, like, the duration, or if it was like with like, yeah, I was wanting to see like the duration and basically to see about like, oh hey, does it actually need concentration? No, it does not need concentration. So I did expect to see though is the fact that the 10 can't attack. I knew that. You can't activate magic items. Fair enough. And the important one for this session was, or carry more than 10 pounds. Last I checked, all characters are more than 10 pounds. So, by technicality, yeah, it should have been, at the very least, should have been able to hoist him, like, above the portal. Now, now I could say that, like, there is a case to be made if you're just dragging it away to a small extent. To small extent, I could say that. That's about the only thing that I could say. But like, it is what it is. Like, what's done is done. I'm not about to do that because, like, let's be real. Like, it's not even like, if he was having an issue with like the fun of this character, like, okay, fair. But if this was being unfun for him, I don't see why this would be even more fun. Like, literally, there's only two reasons why he's wanting that. Either A, to just be an absolute menace and just not even care about other people's fun. For reference. Which I don't like, for reference. I don't like anybody that well, I don't want to have people in my games being like, my fun is more important than everybody else's fun. The other thing that might be why he wants to play it is this ability where it's like, again, like I say, if you're wanting to be OP, like, oh wait, by the way, you failed this check that was not a saving throw with that you rolled disadvantage. Oh yeah, let's just do it with advantage. I technically don't mind that technically on a one-time character. Now, trying to force it in is a different story. I don't mind that character. I don't mind having a character that has like the, oh hey, yeah, if I have a disadvantage or if I have a disadvantage roll, then I can make it be advantage so long as it's not a saving throw. Like, I don't mind that being a backup character. Emphasis on back up, not high. Force the backup. There's a difference. To me, there's a world of difference between just like, oh, hey, my character died. Okay, well, I still want to play, so let me use this character. And also, well, there's a world of difference between that and, hey, yeah, let me just go and say, F everybody else's fun, and I want to be OP or be a menace, and I'm going to force the character that will let me be that way. Like, there's an entirely world of difference between those two things. And like I said, there is a podcast thing in the works. I'm looking at having Wretched talk about the 9 Hells. He has no idea on the 9 Hells. It should be a blast. I'll be real. Look forward to that. Still need to go and get the image for that though. Yeah, we'll see about how long it takes me to get an image. I already have the first thing done for that, for reference. So, like, they might go to Wyoming Bay here soon. They may be back into town that hates them. Who really knows what's gonna happen next session? However, I do hope you all enjoyed this session, and I hope to see you all next week for the next one, or whenever we next get around to, or whenever I next get around to having a session, because they should be up on Sundays. If they're not up on Sundays, then check back next week, the week after, I guess.